Welcome to the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Caribe Royale Orlando. Today, we are at FBC Mortgage Stadium for a matchup between Team Kai and Team Aina. Get fired up.
Have a day. Have a day. We're coming to you. Oh, yeah. Billy the Warrior.
And with Brian Baldinger, I'm Jamie Say. Our teammates Smacker Miles and Emery Hunt are down on the sidelines. Baldy, I'm thrilled to be talking football with you for a couple of hours. And for over 100 former college football stars, this is the ultimate opportunity.
It is an opportunity, and it's been a chance to really showcase their skills, their movement, their position ability in front of over 250 scouts from around the league for 3 straight days in a row. And now they're going to have a chance to put it on tape to catch people's attention and a reason as they begin the process to get to that next level of the NFL.
And they are being coached up by 2 of the best and 2 of the best staffs, too.
Well, you know, Brian Billick, Super Bowl winning coach, and then Mike Smith, longtime coach at Atlanta Falcons, and the staff, over 300 years of NFL experience. I've known these guys for seemingly my whole life. They're very good at teaching the skills of the game, so it's been good instruction all week.
Absolutely. Let's hear from the head coach. Coach is rather first Brian Billick, who's down on the sideline with Emery Hunt. Emery.
Thanks, guys. Coach, when you think about your being on both sides of this thing as a coach, Super Bowl winning champion coach, and also as an evaluator, what's your message to these guys here today out here in the stressful event of an all-star game?
Oh, well, they're all going to look good. We've got an incredible coaching staff. Coach Smith put the coaching staff together on both sides, over 350 years of NFL experience. So these guys have had a chance all week to tap in to that veteran experience, listen to these guys about what it takes to go to the next level.
Thanks, Coach. Let's toss it over to Smacker, my home lost cousin over there on Team Aina with Coach Smith. Smacker.
Thanks, Emery. Coach, how do you want your offense to set the tone on this first drive?
Well, I certainly hope that we're able to move the ball and get a couple first downs. You know, we've worked against each other, so we're familiar with one another. We just need to get a couple first downs and see what happens.
Former Kansas quarterback Jason Bean is listed as an athlete. How do you expect to utilize him today?
Well, he's a really good athlete. We're going to give him an opportunity to keep the ball in his hands a lot.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Jamie.
We are off in the 2024 Hula Bowl. Jamie Say alongside Brian Baldinger and Brian. We have to note that there are some different rule changes in this game. They will kick it off, but there's no return. The same with punts.
It's about safety in some ways, but they just want to see the kickers kick, see if they can reach the end zone. So the kickers and the punters want to be evaluated as well, Jamie. So we're really going to start here at the 25-yard line. Jason Bean, the quarterback of the Kansas Jayhawks, had big wins against Oklahoma State and Oklahoma this year. He's under center right now, actually in shotgun, taking the first snap of the game.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing what Jason Bean can do. He had a tremendous career in a couple years at Kansas, the transfer from North Texas. Little play action right there, and it falls incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Jacob Warren, out of Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a dry starter. They're dealing with some wind down there today, so the elements are kind of something you have to deal with. A lot of the scouts wanted to see Jason Bean as a wide receiver this week because of his speed. He runs in the 4.3 40s, and so he's an electric runner. But right now today, we'll see him just at quarterback.
You know, he can throw too. I mean, he had a tremendous senior season with the Jayhawks, helped them get to and win their first goal in a number of years. Now it's a handoff, and it's Blake Watson out of Memphis getting it to the 40-yard line. Thomas Harper, the free safety from Notre Dame, on the tackle.
Well, you know, Blake is a track guy as well. I mean, he hit it right up the middle, just a simple inside dive. The center on the play, Duke Clemens, did a good job on the nose tackle. So they get a run for a first down here to keep the ball moving and really try to sustain some offense here. Clemens is the center out of UCLA, playing for Chip Kelly out there in the City of Angels.
So we see Jason Bean working under center, and Watson's still the running back. Bean wants to fire away, and he does so to the near sideline. He's got a man open and just out of the reach of his intended target.
Jalen Coker right there got deep behind the secondary as Jason Bean showed some of his ability to elude the rush to step outside. He could have easily taken off with that ball and run for a first down, but he took the deep shot down the field.
So that brings up 2nd and 10 for Team Aina, being coached by Mike Smith. We heard him on the sideline. Now, Coach Smith has a little score to settle with Coach Billy.
Yes. Well, I mean, they compete in a lot of different things. They're related. Both their wives are sisters, so they've known each other a long, long time.
All right, Jason Bean, quick snap, quick out there to receiver Dayton Wade, and looks like a turnover is caused by
Rolling
Team
on the
Kai.
field is a fumble. Recovered by the defense, first down.
Well, it didn't take long.
No, not at all.
You're going to see on the outside right there.
That's Josh Cephas. What a great tackle from the kid from Boston College, Elijah Jones.
Yeah, well, I mean, he knocked the ball out. That's what you should do. He was held up, and then he got popped loose, and then the recovery on the play. So Team Kai getting the ball in good field position after the takeaway.
Yeah, that was Winston Reed who knocked the ball loose from the middle linebacker position. All right, so Team Kai has great field position, has a 1st and 10 on Team Aina's 39. And the quarterback for Team Kai is Carter Bradley. Quick out, and it's complete at the 35. Jaquan Burton on the reception. Dejon Anthony out of Ole Miss with the tackle.
Well, Carter Bradley is the son of Gus Bradley. Longtime head coach at Jacksonville, currently the defensive coordinator of the Indianapolis Colts. Just a week ago, they were getting beat by the Houston Texans to get knocked out of the playoffs. Gus is here today to watch his son.
Yeah, and Carter Bradley had a great career at South Alabama. He transferred in from Toledo, and it was a good decision. All right, this is a handoff to the running back, Tyrone Tracy out of Purdue.
I think there's a good crop of running backs all the way around. Just talking to some scouts this week, Jamie, like they were impressed. They've got good size. You can see how he could just push the pile that time by Tracy.
You know, and I'm really impressed with the size of the tight ends, too, on these teams. I mean, you know, these are some of the best players from their college teams, and it's interesting to see how they operate now that the season is over, now that the spotlight is fully on them. Casey Washington in the game. He split out wide, the receiver out of Illinois. It's going to be a handoff again. Running play, Tyrone Tracy. Eric Watts on the stop out of Connecticut.
Well, you mentioned the tight ends. The tight ends will double today as both a tight end and a fullback. Brian Billick believes in the two-back system, so you'll see Isaac Rex and Brendan Bates. You'll see these guys lining up at fullback and tight end.
2nd and 9. Team Kai trying to threaten here in the first quarter of the 2024 Hula Bowl. Ball at the 28 of Team Aina. Here's going to be a throw for Bradley. A little check down complete to the running back, Tracy. Tyrone Tracy gets the first down.
Yeah, we just call that a Texas route, just a little angle route out of the backfield. And Carter Bradley's just waiting for him to clear. And then what you can do after the catch right there, as Mitchell made that, Jackson Mitchell made that tackle right there.
So 1st and 10 at the Aina 16. Team Kai has it. Tyrone Tracy's interesting. He played wide receiver for a good portion of his college career and then became a running back, but he can do both. I formation, the give is to Tracy again, trying to get to that 10, stopped just short of it.
Well, in just this past year at Purdue, Tyrone Tracy had 20 catches. And one of the things that all the scouts are looking for at running back is how well do they catch the ball.
Yeah.
So a lot of drills this week out in practice. We're just seeing running routes against linebackers, one-on-one type stuff, just to see how well they catch it.
Yeah, Baldy, you mentioned about these running backs. I mean, all of them are really versatile.
Yeah, well, they have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be able to stay on the field at the next level here. Here in a pistol formation, Tracy behind Bradley right now.
Carter Bradley, he'll give it right back to Tracy. He's got some running room up the middle. Gets almost to the 10, and then he's turned away. I thought he had a hole there, but Casey Rogers making a stop from the left tackle position.
Well, he made Tremont Moore's brass just miss right in the hole. He got penetration on the play, the outside linebacker from Central Florida, and he just put his foot in the ground, made a miss to pick up a pretty good gain right here, setting up 3rd and short. You're looking right there, Casey Rogers, the nose tackle from Oregon.
It's funny, Casey Rogers is actually a great lacrosse player in high school. He grew up in the Syracuse area, which is a hotbed for the sport.
No doubt.
Looking at him, he must have played defense. Must have played defense in lacrosse.
I wouldn't want to get hit by him, I know that.
Absolutely not. All right, 3rd and about 5, ball at the 10. Bradley eludes.
Wow.
What a great throw and connection to the 2-yard line. Wow, Bradley able to elude that. Finds the big tight end, Isaac Rex, out of BYU.
I mean, this is like a 2nd or 3rd read, but what I liked about Carter Bradley, look how tall he stands in the pocket.
10-yard penalty.
And he gets the ball up to Rex, who's 6'5", and I thought that was good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be called back because there was a penalty for holding against Team Kaina. Team Kai, I should say.
Okay, the hold backs it up, but still, the throw was good, and then the contested catch by Isaac Rex is impressive as Bradley's looking at the play. It's an electronic play sent in. We'll talk about that more later as they try out some new technology here today.
So now we might really get a good look at Carter Bradley's arm as it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14 at the 20. Again, the pistol formation. New running back is Deshaun Fenwick. Bradley, little drop back, Lawson into the end zone and out of bounds. Intended for Casey Washington. That brings up 4th and long, and they should set up for a field goal coming up.
Well, the holding call was really costly. They could have had the ball 1st down at the 2. Instead, they're going to kick a field goal here from the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Harrison Mevis out of Missouri is on for the attempt. So it's going to be a 37-yard attempt for Harrison Mevis. Really steady kicker as a Tiger. Converted on more than 80% of his kicks throughout his career. And that one splits the upright. So Team Kai capitalizes on the turnover and leads Team Aina by a score of 3-0. You're watching the Hula Bowl on CBS Sports Network.
Hula Bowl All-Star Game on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Hattie, the official shirt sponsor of the Hula Bowl. Made in Hawaii, but bringing Hawaiian fashion and aloha worldwide. And by Richardson Hats, the official hat sponsor of the Hula Bowl. Creating athletic products that players ask for and customers like.
Welcome back to the 2024 Hula Bowl, presented by Carib Royale Orlando. Now, Thursday night, the Hula Bowl Hall of Fame class was recognized at a banquet hosted by the Carib Royale Orlando. The honorees, Vince Ferragamo, Rod Woodson, and Tony Dungy, gave speeches to the attendees. What a great class. Really just illustrating the strong history of this All-Star game.
And that's why they honored him. And the fact that they were there giving the speeches, anybody that's listened to Tony Dungy speak, he's amazing. But I know Rod Woodson very, very well. Vince Ferragamo, they represented this great classic game at the highest level.
Yeah, it's just one of college football's great traditions, the Hula Bowl, which dates back over 7 decades. So Team Aina is back on the field. Jason Bean remains the quarterback, the kid out of Kansas. Amani Bailey, the running back, got the carry. Gain of a couple of yards. And it'll bring up 3rd and long. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I was going to say, this offensive line is being coached by Harry Heastand, longtime coach at Notre Dame and the Chicago Bears. I have much respect for Harry as a teacher, as anybody in the profession. And so he spent the week here with these guys. I think they all improved as a result.
Oh, for sure. They had to. And, you know, again, we talked about the tight ends. We talked about the running back. But the offensive linemen truly looked the part also of just big guys who excelled on their college teams, being complete over the middle.
Good read that time by Jason Bean. probably the second choice. Just a little check down over the middle. Did a positive gain to set up this short yard situation.
Yeah, it's going to be short, so it brings up 4th and 1, and they're bringing the punter out. So Mike Smith not going to take any chances.
Yeah.
Not going to go with the analytics.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm saying
no push.
I don't know if Mike's got the latest updated analytics, but 4th and 1, even in your own territory, teams are going for it now.
Ryan Sandberg out of Texas is on to punt it away for Team Aina.
Good punt.
Really good punt. Taken there at the 6, and again, there are no returns, so Team Kai is going to have to go the length of the field, but when we come back, we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Hula Bowl, a great college football tradition. It was an idea that began to be developed back in 1945. First played in 47, it began as an exhibition game between great players from the Hawaiian Islands and terrific college players from the mainland. And here we are, decades later, in our 3rd season hosting it in Orlando, Florida.
Tyron Dupree just had a great tackle right there at the line of scrimmage. Did a good job getting off the block. That's Harry Heastan right there. The offensive line coach, coached, so many great. Zach Martin with the Cowboys and Quentin Nelson with the Colts, and longtime coach of the Chicago Bears. I mean, really, there he is just doing what he does. Just some excellent teaching. Yeah,
Baldy, you mentioned it, over 300 years of pro football coaching experience, and a lot of these guys started in college. Quarterback continues to be Carter Bradley, who fired complete. Close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, that's Jalen Calhoun from Duke on that catch right there. You see just a 3-step drop, set, and throw. Good location right there, beating the corner on the play, Jaden Davis.
Jaden Davis out of Miami, Florida. As you see Jalen Calhoun. One of the things I noticed as we go through the preparation for this game, he's one of the few guys that stayed all 5 years at his original school. 5 years at Duke. All right, there's a false, there's some movement on the line and plenty of flags come out. Looks like some defense.
That was Austin Jones, the tailback that moved
Prior to
early.
snap,
There you go.
false start, number 10, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Yep, you're right. Austin Jones out of USC. Back him up 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and short, it'll be.
He had a great game this year against University of Washington, of course, the Pac-12 champs, and what a year they had. But he had a big game against Washington, over 120 yards rushing that day.
Yeah, really good career, over 2,300 yards career rushing for Austin Jones. He's out of the game right now, and the pass was, I believe, deflected.
Yeah.
Rolling on the
James
field,
Esther.
it's an incomplete forward pass. It'll be 4th down.
James Esther got his hands up, number 94, from Northern Illinois, to bat that ball down.
Okay, so good defensive showing there from Team Aina. The penalty obviously didn't help, so Team Kai is going to punt it away. Doing the honors is Ryan Rico out of BYU, standing a couple inches in his own end zone. And again, there are no punt returns, just for safety's sake in this game. Team Kai leading Team Aina 3-0. About 6 to go in the first quarter. And Team Aina corrals it at the 39-yard line. So Team Aina will try and tighter take a lead when we come back. Welcome back to the 2024 Hula Bowl, presented by Carib Royale Orlando, as Brian Billick's Team Kai battles Mike Smith's Team Aina alongside Brian Baldinger. I'm Jamie Say upstairs in the booth. Emery Hunt and Smacker Miles are down on the sideline. And as we get through this first quarter, Team Kai on top 3-0, getting a field goal after taking advantage of an early turnover in the game. You're looking at a lot of smiles on the faces of players from Team Aina, and they are on offense with a new quarterback in the game, Baldy.
Ben Bryant from Northwestern. He's an Illinois kid, LaGrange, Illinois.
And the running back in the game now is George Holani out of Boise State. Muscles his way for a 2-yard gain. There you see Ben Bryant. He's had an interesting college career, started at Cincinnati, then transferred to Eastern Michigan, went back to Cincinnati.
6 years.
Yeah, and wrapped it up at Northwestern, and had a really good season at Northwestern. Passed for just over 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns.
Shotgun formation right here with Holani to his left.
Yeah, and they've got two receivers to the near side, one to the far side, so spreading it out just a little bit. But it's going to be a running play for Holani. Gets to the 45, 47, muscling his way for that 48. Love the toughness on George Holani.
Well, you know, first of all, these backs have good size. I mean, he's 210 pounds. He was the Mountain West Freshman of the Year, you know, a couple of years ago. And so all these guys are looking to show that they've got contact balance, that they can push a pile. One guy can't bring him down. Those are some of the basic characteristics that anybody's looking for in a running back.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just 3 years ago, you all saw Isaiah Pacheco here.
Yes.
Like, who knew? Who knew Isaiah Pacheco out of Rutgers, the 7th round pick, showcased here quite
he played
well.
Great.
Played well here. And look what he's doing with the Kansas City Chiefs.
He's got a big game tonight against Miami Dolphins, right?
Going to be a little different temperature.
Yeah, it's beautiful here in Orlando today. About a 70-degree day in Orlando, Florida. Bryant under center, and the give again is to Holani. Gets to the 40-yard line and more. George Holani, just tough running. P.J. Jules able to track him down out of Southern Illinois. 15-yard pickup.
I'm watching Travis Glover here. Travis Glover's from Georgia State. And you can't help but notice him. He's 6'6", he's 300 and almost 40 pounds, but he's got good movement. Small school, 4-year starter, stayed there for all 4 years. And if you're a scout, you're just looking for guys that have size, you're looking for guys that have experience and movement. And he showed a lot of that this week.
Yeah, you know, that's another great thing about the Hula Bowl is that, you know, there's great programs coming in. We've got representation, like you said, from Washington, Alabama, but then we also have smaller schools. Georgia State, also Holy Cross, you know, some FCS schools. Bryant takes the handoff. He eludes the pressure for a second, and the ball is knocked away. The forced fumble from Team Kai, and it's recovered by Brian Billick's group. Eli Neal making the play there.
Eli Neal just stayed with it at a Marshall. He's the one that knocked the ball loose. And you see the recovery on the play by Holly Motu Apuaka. Like you watch right here, I mean, it's a play action pass, and here comes Eli Neal. He stayed with it, and bam, just that chop to get the ball out of Bryant's hands, and then the recovery.
So the second forced fumble by Team Kai.
Yeah.
And so Team Aina is kind of struggling to get things going. Kai was able to get a field goal out of the first forced turnover. Carter Bradley, still the quarterback for Brian Billick's Team Kai. Working under center, fakes the handoff, looking over the middle, fires, complete.
Nice. How do I stand tall in the pocket right there by Carter Bradley? That's just stand tall, and then you hit the tight end Rex right there across the formation on just a crossing route. Put it right on the spot.
Good enough for a first down. Yeah, Isaac Rex with the reception there from BYU. We saw him make a catch earlier in the first quarter. Play was called back on a holding call, but
Brian Billick is calling all the plays, as he has so often done at Minnesota, head coach at the Baltimore Ravens. He's calling the plays into Carter Bradley.
Yeah, he's known for offense, that's for sure. And it's a handoff to the running back. Stopped by Isaiah Stallbird on the tackle. Deshaun Fenwick on the carry out of Oregon State. So far, Carter Bradley, 4 of 6 passing for 37 yards. Here's a good look at Brian Billick. Looks great.
Brian Billick started his NFL career in San Francisco. Ended up starting. He was actually in the PR department when he started his career after football at BYU. In San Francisco's PR department, worked his way up to a position coach under Bill Walsh, and it all took off from there. Floater.
Bradley throws complete. Oh, what a catch. That's Carter Washington out of Illinois with the big pickup for Team Kai. Isaiah Stallbird on the coverage.
What I love about the throw from Bradley on this one was how he layered it. Layered it right over the underneath defenders right here. Just floated it perfectly. Got it over the heads of Jackson Mitchell, the linebacker. Nice touch on that throw.
Yeah, Casey Washington practically wide open, signaling for the first down. So Team Kai's in business in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Aina 11. I like the way Bradley works from under center as they're in the I formation. Fenwick, the running back, gets the carry, crosses the 10, gets to the 6.
Deshaun Fenwick at Oregon State. That's a nice carry because the fullback led him into the hole that time. That was Isaac Rexit, a fullback. Did a nice job of cutting off him that time. There it is. Like good lead block right here. And now, like you cut right off it and put your head down and carry that linebacker for 2 or 3 yards. 5 yards on the pickup. That's nice first down gain.
Yeah, 2nd and 6, ball at the 7. Again, it's the I formation. Again, they're going to give it to Fenwick, who's got a huge hole, and he's wrapped up just short of the end zone. Lawrence Johnson making the touchdown-saving tackle.
Sure was.
Yeah, Johnson out of Southeast Missouri.
This is a good cut right here by Fenwick. Good blocking at the point, but he was looking for the goal line. Got tackled right there at the 2-yard line.
So it's 3rd and short at the 2.
See that Lawrence Johnson, he's from Southeast Missouri. You know, this is a kind of playing up in talent level right here. That kind of a tackle right there at that spot, saving a touchdown, you know, that pops on that tape.
Time ticking down in the 1st quarter. They get the play off. Fenwick is stuffed and dropped for a loss. Big defensive stand there from Team Aina.
Well, that was James Esther. Like just stuffing it. I mean, he just didn't get moved off the football that way. And that's what defensive tackles got to do. They just clogged the middle right there. You could see that Amawai, like all those guys kind of congratulate him. They knew that he's responsible for that hit.
And that brings us to the end of the 1st quarter in the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale, with Team Kai leading Team Aina 3-0. We'll be back right after this. The 2nd quarter about to begin in the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale. Let's go downstairs to Smacker Miles, who's standing by with a very special guest. Smacker.
Hey, Jamie. I have UCF head coach Gus Malzahn. Coach, what has the move to the Big 12 been like for you in the program?
It's really been a game changer. There's great teams in the Big 12. You know, it was a great experience for us. We learned a lot, and I think we're in a great spot moving forward.
You have 5 players out here today. What does this game mean for them?
Oh, it's something. Playing on their home field, you know, John Rice Plumlee, our quarterback, 4 others. It's really neat for them, and it's neat for our fans.
You have an interesting situation with recruiting out of the portal right now. How has that gone? I know you just got a big-time player.
Yeah, it's going great. We're doing real well in the portal. KJ Jefferson, we just got him a couple weeks ago to be our quarterback. He's really the perfect fit for what we like to do offensively. And then we're getting some really good pieces on the defensive side of the football, too. So everything's coming together, and so far, so good.
Thanks, Coach. Jamie?
Great stuff, Smacker. Thank you so much. Yeah, Gus Malzahn, super happy with getting KJ Jefferson out of the transfer portal. There you see one of the 5 UCF players, Tremaine Morris-Blash, the left end on Team Aina. He led UCF with sacks this season, really impactful player. There you see John Rice Plumlee, the former starting quarterback of UCF. Meantime, Brian Billick's Team Kai threatening here and going for it on 4th and short, and it's a touchdown.
That was great execution.
You know, it's funny, Team Aina was saying it was out of bounds, but no, that's Hayden Hatten with the touchdown reception by Team Kai.
That was Bradley on the run, just a sprint right option that time, and he threw that ball perfectly. Kind of a different type of formation. You see he's getting his hands on the laces right there. Just beat the coverage perfectly. That's a great drive by Bradley. I mean, made a number of big throws, different type of throws. That was a stick throw right there in the corner of the end zone to Hayden Hatten.
Yeah, Carter Bradley, great throw there. So Team Kai takes a 9-0 lead with the extra point coming on. Alex McNulty-Romagera.
That's just good execution. I mean, you just see the way they mixed up the run right there, Jamie, and then a couple key throws, a couple 3rd down throws, and then to finish like that in the end zone for the touchdown, that's beautiful.
Snap the hold, the kick is up. And the extra point is good. So Team Guy takes a 10-0 lead in the second quarter on Team Aina. Coming up next, we bring you a full slate of college hoops play as number 20 Utah State tries to build on momentum with a 15th consecutive win against UNLV. That'll be followed by Jacksonville State visiting Western Kentucky at 5 Eastern. Later, it's UNC Greensboro facing Chattanooga, followed by a women's nightcap as DePaul takes on 23rd ranked Marquette. Catch all the action here on CBS Sports Network. All right, so Team Aina has some work to do, Baldy. Down 10-0 in the early goings of the second quarter. Ben Bryant remaining at quarterback.
Well, let's see competition and the competitive juices take over here. Everybody wants to win, even in an all-star game like this.
Hand off to the running back, Blake Watson in the game out of Memphis. Good stop right there by Eli Neal. We've called his name a couple of times.
Well, I mean, he's forced a fumble in the last series, and here he is making that tackle at the line of scrimmage. Eli Neal, 5'11", 222 pounds, outside linebacker from Memphis, Tennessee. Played his football at Marshall. Nice play.
Yeah, really good play. Third team All Sun Belt this year. He's playing really big today. It's Blake Watson again, and he's got lots of running room. Gets to the 45, down at the 47. Damani Richardson making the stop. Blake Watson, big run now. Let's go downstairs now to Emory Hunt. Emory?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Jalen Calhoun, outstanding receiver from Duke. Now, this is all about answering questions. What's one of the biggest questions you want to answer for the scouts here this week at the Hula Bowl?
That I just compete every time I step on the field, leave no doubt, and just go hard at everything I do.
Listen, I'm team size is not a skill, so everyone wants to say, hey, you're this size, you play in the slot, but you can play outside as well, and you also return kicks. What about your skill set makes you so unique?
I just feel like my short space quickness, my release game, just getting down the field, just playmaking, just separate me from a lot of players,
Appreciate it, man. Keep doing your thing out there.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Emory. Great stuff from Jalen Calhoun, the receiver out of Duke. Meantime, Team Aina trailing 10-0 in the second quarter of the 2024 Hula Bowl. On the move. Ball at its own 49-yard line. 2nd and 7 to go. Bryant, the quarterback out of Northwestern, wants the throw, does so to the near sideline, complete and knocked out of the hands. Making the play was Joshua Hayward out of Benedict College.
Well, Wayne Ruby was the target, and he was looking up at the defender coming at him and took his eyes off it. You got to look that all the way in, just the basic fundamentals and skills of receiving. Look that ball all the way in your hands and then put it away as Hayward knocked it out.
Yeah, Hayward saw his opportunity as Ruby bobbled it. So it brings up 3rd and long. Brian will just give it to the running back. Watson crosses the 50, the 45, enough for the first down, has way more running room, and he's stopped right before the 25-yard line on the ankle tackle there by Joshua Hayward, but great run by Blake Watson at 23 yards.
Well, it's just a draw play, and so you get excellent blocks right there by Furtney, the left guard from Wisconsin, and then the cut by Watson. Good block down the field by the tight end on the play, Dylan Leonard. And so he picked up blocks down the field, and on 3rd and 5, nice to be able to move the chains like that for a big run.
Really cool to see the teamwork on there, the blocking. He cannot do that. He cannot be sprung free without the blocking. And these are guys that just came together this week.
Oh, yeah, no, it's amazing how quickly it's come together.
New running back in the game, Amani Bailey out of TCU. Pickup of 2 yards. John McCartan on the tackle out of Oregon State.
Amani Bailey is from Denton Ryan High School. It's a powerhouse in North Texas. They put out a lot of good players over the years. I played for the Cowboys, knew a lot of kids from Denton, but that high school has been a powerhouse.
And then, he started his career at Louisiana, but wanted to come closer to home, so he transferred to TCU, and it was a good decision.
Well,
over 1,200 yards rushing this season as a Horned Frog. And Bailey remains in the game, gets the carry, crosses the 25, stops short of the 20, but Monty Bailey with some quality runs here. Going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, he's 5'9", but he's thick. He's 207 pounds. He's got power, and so they've turned out a lot of good running backs over the last couple of years. Obviously, TCU went to the national finals a year ago against Georgia, but I mean they've always had a committee of running backs there in Fort Worth. Mike Smith looking on here.
He sees his team Ina finally sustaining a drive here. This is their best drive so far.
It's been their best drive. They're taking care of the football in this drive. They really kind of need to answer what Team Kai just did in the last drive.
3rd and 4, ball at the 24. This is the 8th play of the drive coming up right here. Bailey remains at running back in the game for Ina. Bryant, though, going to throw, fire it complete at the 10.
That's John Giles.
Yeah, John Giles out of West Florida with the reception.
Well, he just got picked up a couple days ago, and I asked him. He's a big kid. I just asked him, like, how much of the offense do you know? And he goes, I'm a receiver. I know enough. Like, he knows how to run that slant route.
That's the great thing about wide receivers. They know everything. Supreme confidence.
You're right. You got to have it.
Yeah. 14-yard pickup there from John Giles. That's a great look from him. From West Florida, that's on the Florida Panhandle. Good to have him here. He's from North Carolina.
That's true.
All right, so here we go. It's 1st and goal from the 8 for Team Ina. And Bryant engineering a great drive here. Monty Bailey, though, with only a little bit of room to run.
Good job inside by Jaquavian Mahone on that tackle. There he is coming off the field from Temple, the pride of North Broad Street there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's one of a couple of guys from Temple, and they're all big. There's another Temple tight end here, 6'4", 255 pounds, David Martin Robinson. So they just breed them big up there in Temple. 2nd and goal from the 7. Team Ina looking for its first score of the day. Bryant looking near side. He's got to hurry. Instead, he's taken down after a pickup of maybe a yard.
That was Ovi Agofu from LSU, who just pursued that play from the left side. He's going to be coming LSU helmet, that left helmet right there. Pretty good long arm right here. Stayed with it. And Ovi got to the quarterback there. Not sure if that's going to qualify as a sack or not, but it was great effort.
Yeah, no gain there. You know, he was looking for the tight end, Dylan Leonard, and Leonard just could not get free. So, yeah, no gain. So that would be a sack. 3rd and goal from the 7. Bryant handoff. Holani back in the game at running back, trying to spin out of a couple tackles. Can't do it. Omar Spates right there to take him down.
So, will they go for it on 4th down, or will they kick the field goal? Looks like quarterback's coming out. Looks like they're going to send the field goal team on.
Yep, they are. Now, the interesting thing about this Hula Bowl is that they rotate kickers.
Yes.
They might be listed on the other team's roster, but they just want to give everybody a chance. So this is Spencer Schrader out of Notre Dame in to attempt a 23-yard field goal. So you'll notice he's actually in a Team Kai jersey, but he is kicking for Team Ina. Kick is up, and it is good. So Spencer Schrader gives Team Ina its first points of the day. Team Kai leads 10-3. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Caribe Royale Orlando. And we're celebrating the Aloha Spirit today in Central Florida, which is the coordination of mind and heart. Each person must think and emote good feelings to others, and it brings each person to the self. And I think all of these players have had a great experience, including one who's down on the sideline with Emery Hunt. Emery.
Yeah, I'm down here with Hayden Hatten of the University of Idaho. Go Vandals. Now, listen, I know about the Kibbe Dome. That's just about close on that corner end zone. You caught that touchdown. How was he able to get your both feet in bounds there?
Yeah, you know, it's similar to the Kibbe Dome because the depth behind the field is very similar to the Kibbe Dome. However, the Kibbe Dome, no wind. It's nice and homey. So Yeah, but it's very similar, you know. This is a football field. It feels good, man. It feels good to be able to score out here.
Now, you guys had a fantastic year in the FCS. A lot of people may not know about the offense you guys had at Idaho. What makes you ready to compete here against these guys from the P5 and upwards?
Well, you know, I've played in a lot of big games against some P5 teams, and as a like skill position athlete, I think the biggest difference for me, what I've noticed, is just the size of the O-line, D-line. You get to the skills and it gets pretty similar. And you know, I've experienced this. I've played in some big games, and you know, I'm just excited to really be out here and show up for the Kibbie Dome. You know, show up for the Vandal fans.
Last question. I know it's a little bit colder for your Floridians down here, but what about you?
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I'm ready to, if it wasn't raining, I'd bring the clubs. I might stay an extra week, you know, start hitting some courses up and really take my time from getting back, because this weather's killer, man. I'm ready to stay for a while.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good stuff, Emery. Great stuff from Hayden Hatten, including that touchdown catch we saw early in the second quarter. But Team Chi is threatening again because Jack Plummer in at quarterback had this big completion to Jaquan Burton.
Jaquan Burton is from Orlando, went to Jones High School right here, and he was a late addition this week, but he said he was going to make a big play in this game. He's got one already.
No doubt about it. I cover Jones High School a lot, as it's a running play for Austin Jones, stopped by Dejon Anthony. But the Jones Tigers, the football program, has a tendency to just produce D1 player after D1 player, and Jaquan Burton is one of the latest.
A teammate of his is P.J. Jules from Southern Illinois, who's playing today. He's playing for Team Chi as a safety for him. They've been kind of pounding around all week together. As we look at Jack Plummer, looking at his wristband right here. And he's a good-looking prospect, man. All 6'5" and 215 pounds out of Gilbert, Arizona. Good-looking prospect.
Yeah, played this last year with Louisville. Helped lead them to a 10-2 start to the season as they push ahead to try and get that first down on 3rd and short.
Well, Jack started at Purdue, and he went to Purdue, then he went to Cal, and then he came back to Louisville when his head coach from Purdue took the job there. And they had a good season. I mean, they were 10-1 and rolling during the season. Finished strong, though.
Yeah, they certainly did. You know, they made it all the way to the ACC championship, which is a great showing for the Louisville Cardinals. But
lost to USC in the Holiday Bowl just 2 weeks ago.
Well, the funny thing is he played against one of the running backs, Austin Jones, and Jones is on the sideline right now as Tyrone Tracy is back in the game. But Jack Plummer, he certainly looks the part. He's 6'5", good size, fakes the handoff, and over the middle, complete. That's Burton at the 10. So Team Chi continues to move this football.
Well, I mean, I think he just has a natural throwing motion. Jaquan right there with the catch. It's just zone coverage. Just going to sit right down in the middle right there, right behind the corner. And found the dead spot, and Jake Plummer found it to him, or Jack Plummer.
You want to make a correction. It was actually Hilaire on the game. It's tough because their helmets are so similar. Jaquan Burton has a red helmet. Hilaire out of Bowling Green with the orange, the red-orange, and Hilaire is still in the game as he lines up to the near side. 1st and 10 at the 11. Plummer, it's the handoff. Tracy crosses the 5, trying to get into the end zone, and he stopped just short.
Good lead block that time from the fullback. Just an isolation right here.
Yeah, here you see.
That's Swinson from BYU with the lead block. He's a big tight end at 6'7". It looks like a blocking tight end. There he is, Swinson. 6'7", 260. From Arizona State. As you see the Sun Devil on the side of his helmet. But yeah, that was a good lead block that time. Yeah, and I said the tight ends would be doubling up at fullback, and that's what he just did.
Meantime, Tracy remains in the game. The tight end in at the moment, I believe it's Isaac Rex. Jack Plummer into the end zone. He's got a man, and just out of the reach of Jaquan Burton.
I saw him tapping his left butt cheek that time. That was the signal to Burton to go to the fade route in the end zone. Kind of took the run off. Thought he had one-on-one on the outside. He did. Just overshot it.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Watch him right here. You see that signal right there. There he goes. Just a little simple audible right here. Pretty typical down there on the goal line if you can get that. one-on-one, just floated and outside, just over the corner's head, and just threw it a little too far.
So 3rd and 1 at the 2 for Team Kai. On top by a touchdown. It's got to be Tyrone Tracy. He's trying to get across the edge, and he crosses into the goal line for another touchdown for Team Kai. Tyrone Tracy out of Purdue.
Well, you see the speed. You see the speed, Tracy, on him, just to be able to bounce that to the outside, and trusted that he was going to be able to outrun the pursuit. You got a good lead block this time by Bates, and then he bounced it and beat the linebacker Mitchell into the end zone.
So Team Kai extends its lead to 16-3 with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half of the 2024 Hula Bowl. You know, Brian Billick is undefeated in this Hula Bowl. He's 2-0 coming in against Mike Smith. Braden Narveson on for the extra point. And the extra point is good. So Team Kai extends its lead to 17-3 over Team Aina. We'll be back in the Hula Bowl right after this. We're back in the Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale. There's a good look at Tyrone Tracy, who just got in the end zone for Team Kai, along with his Purdue teammate Sanusi Kane. Tyrone Tracy capping off an 8-play, 75-yard drive from Team Kai as Brian Billick's team takes a 17-3 advantage.
Those two guys might have been having a good time in West Lafayette over the last couple of years at Purdue.
Everybody's having a good time this week at the Hula Bowl, including John Rice Plumlee, who's in at quarterback for Mike Smith's team, Aina. Plumlee, he's one to take off. There's a flag on the field as Plumlee goes to the far sideline, but it's in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Willie Thomas with the black hat, he's the umpire. He was a teammate of mine with the Philadelphia Eagles some 30 years ago.
Face mask, offense, half the distance to the goal. Replay first down.
Yeah, Willie Thomas, he's been an ACC referee, and that's who this crew is, all from the ACC. And Willie is getting close to that NFL level, and expect to see him up there pretty soon.
Excellent. Do you see a lot of NFL guys going into a second career?
They want more guys to join the ranks because of their experience and understanding of the game, and he'll end up at the NFL level. He's been at it a long time right now in college.
It makes so much sense for former players to become referees if that's what they want to do.
He was a great linebacker with the Eagles, I'll tell you that.
1st and 22 for Team Aina. John Rice trying to get some back with his legs. Slides his way across the 15. Reddy Stewart on the defense for Team Kai.
John Rice Plumlee is from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. You see Ole Miss on there. He spent time there.
Yeah, he's really a great story. Went to Ole Miss to play quarterback.
It's called their first charge time out of the half. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2:41.
Brian Billick wants to talk things over. We're going to step aside as well. We'll be back in the 2024 Hula Bowl after this. Welcome back to the Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale in Orlando, Florida. Let's go down to the sidelines with Emery Hunt.
Listen, as a former college running back, I am smiling ear to ear because I'm watching guys hit the end zone. Now, you play receiver, but you also playing running back now. You are playing the position like a guy that has played at those, like not playing like a receiver that played running back. Talk to me about that transition.
Yeah, so obviously I was at Iowa. I transferred to Purdue. The transition was pretty smooth. I played with running back, when I was in high school. But when I got to Purdue, Coach C, even Coach Lee here, they all give me tips to make sure that I'm out here and doing the best that I can when I'm at running back. And at running back, I try to use certain characteristics that I do at receiver, and vice versa.
Biggest question, pass pro. How was that transition?
It was hard. It was hard. Not gonna lie to you, because at receiver, you don't really get them big type of linebackers one-on-one in the hole. But the main thing that I do is just try to make sure that I'm physical. My physicality meets theirs. I'm trying to do the best that I can.
Appreciate it, man. Keep balling.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my folks behind me. Shout out to Coach Lee, man. Shout out to Indy, man. 317. We can put you on the net. Come on.
Tyrone Tracy, the native of Indiana, Indianapolis, and he's having a great game in the Hula Bowl.
He was a grade-rate high school player of the year coming out of Indianapolis.
All right, it's a handoff to Holani, who's had a big game as well, as he crosses the 25, powers his way past the 30. George Holani, Patrick McMorris stopping him, the safety out of California. But how about Holani right here?
Well, it's not a bad call. I mean, just a simple draw right here, but now you can pick up a couple blocks down the field,
has called
makes the
their second
linebacker
charge
miss,
time
and then
out of
he
the
spins
half.
on contact.
30 seconds in length.
16-yard gain by Holani. Team Kai calling for a timeout.
2:26.
As you know, that actually brings up fourth down. They needed that kind of chunk yardage because of that initial penalty on this drive against Team Aina. So Austin McNamara is going to come out to punt. So Brian Billick conserving some time here. There's 2:26.
Well, he wants to keep as much time on the clock for his offense. You go down there and maybe try to get another score before the half. Smart play by Brian.
Yeah, and especially the way his offense has been clicking these last couple of drives. You saw the Tyrone Tracy touchdown and the Hayden Hatten. Punt goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So Team Kyle come out and try it again. And given the rotation of quarterbacks, assuming Brian Billick is going to stick with Jack Plummer. Well, tonight at 11 o'clock Eastern, don't miss the toughest sport on dirt. Head to the Windy City as the best bull riders in the business go head-to-head. Catch PBR Unleash the Beast here on CBS Sports Network. It's a good look at the tight end Cam Grandy. Now the Hula Bowl players having a good time.
I can hear Jack Plummer calling a play in the huddle as he comes out here at the 30-yard line, try to get a score. Everybody would love to get a 2-minute drill. There's just a hurry-up offense right here before the half.
Yeah, how much fun is that? Plummer, though, content to hand it off to Austin Jones. Trying to get that extra yardage to the 35. Jason Johnson on the initial contact out of the linebacker position from UCF. Here's Jason Johnson.
And this is Jack Plummer getting everybody lined up here. No blitzing here, so in this kind of a all-star game, and I think Brian Billick just called
this is the 2-minute warning.
Oh, 2-minute warning.
Yeah, this brings us to the 2-minute warning, so a break on the field. As you take a look at Brian Billick, his team ahead 17-3 with 2 minutes to go. We'll be back for the conclusion of the first half of the Hula Bowl after this. 2 minutes to go in the first half of the 2024 Hula Bowl, presented by Carib Royale. Team Kai leading Team Aina 17-3. Kai is led by Coach Brian Billick, and he's looking for more here. Jack Plummer, the quarterback, over the middle, complete. Casey Washington on the reception at the 50-yard line.
Quick decision but that time by Plummer, and just a stick throw. Gets everybody lined up here. Looks like he knows exactly what he wants. The play has been called in from Clark Phillips, the offensive coordinator.
15-yard connection there as Plummer takes off and runs to the 45 and slides just short of the 40. Jack Plummer just looks really, really comfortable out there running this 2-minute offense.
Well, I think he's enjoying it. You know, he like you said, he just played in the Holiday Bowl 2 weeks ago. So, you know, and then practice all week. He's looking sharp because he's played a lot.
Plummer, another completion to Washington. What a move he put on. He gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Casey Washington continues to make plays.
It's just a simple stop route on the outside, and the corner overbit on the play that time. DeCorian Patterson, he felt it and then spun out.
1st and 10 on the 30 for Kai.
The big thing was he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Just good heady football. You know, the IQ on the field is
well, you want to see that. All those things that can be evaluated by scouts. Like just understanding down distance, time on the clock, situation football, 101 kind of.
4 receivers in the game. The running back is Austin Jones. Plummer going to dump it off just out of the reach of Jones to stop the clock with 1:10 to go in the first half.
Great. That time Plummer got hit by Tremont Morris-Brash, the defensive end. You're going to watch him on number 9 on the right side. He's going to spin on the left tackle right here. good spin move, and then the quarterback hit. Those are the kind of moves that scouts love to see. I mean, this is a one-on-one situation. He beat the tackle that time cleanly, and as a result, hits the quarterback and affects the throw.
Yeah, Morris Brash, 8.5 sacks this season for UCF.
Yeah.
Was named first team All Big 12, which is really something for a program new to the Power 5.
Yeah.
Here's Plummer, a little dump off to the tight end, and he stopped at the 35. James Esther on the coverage.
Great read on that tight end delay screen right that time. Esther read it right away. He read the offensive lineman pulling out, and he just trailed the play.
So Team Kai 3rd and 14 at the 34. 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Playing a 2-deep zone here. There's going to be some holes in right down the seams here. He's going to take the check down.
Yeah, to Jones.
Nice.
Trying to get to that first down at the 20. Might be an inch or so short.
Yeah, he's about a half a yard short.
Isaiah Stallberg on the tackle.
That's a good check down, though. Good decision, I thought, by Austin Jones. Now, I mean, you got to go for it on 4th down. I think Billick, he's waving the call in. It's 4th down, so you can't spike it.
Yeah, and meantime, just the clock continues to wind down. Obviously, some miscommunication here as we might just get to the end of the first half.
Wow, they didn't even get the field goal team out there or anything.
No, it was kind of a tough situation as Brian Billick has some words for somebody out there. Just some confusion there, so.
Real good, I mean, a chance to score points. At least to get the field goal team out there.
Yeah, so Team Kai on top 17-3 at halftime.
I think Brian lost track of what down it was.
It could be, yeah. I mean, it was a tough situation right there because you can't run up and spike it.
But you at least, if you can't, then you want to at least take a shot to the end zone.
Right, and you know, Plummer is a good guy to do it also because he's looked so comfortable in the second quarter that he's played here in the Hula Bowl. Team Kai on top 17-3. Waiting to see if we can track down the head coach of Team Kai, Brian Billick. But he's got to be very pleased with the way his offense has rolled.
He's not going to be pleased with how that half finished, though. I know Brian.
Let's go down to Emery Hunt, who's with Coach Billick.
Coach, I know you're not happy with how this half ended, but overall in the first half.
That was my mistake. They told me I was out of timeout, so my mistake. I need to keep track of it. Overall, I had to feel good. Responded. You know, once they went down the field, our guys responded, went to the length of the field, did a nice job. We're making good yards after the catch. Good physical game.
What's the message for these guys in the second half to keep the anxiety down?
Now you got another half hour. You got another half to show that you belong in the NFL. They're fired up for it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Great stuff from Coach Brian Billick as he's holding himself accountable.
Yes.
All right, we're at halftime in the Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale with Team Kai leading 17-3. We'll be back after this.
We hope you enjoyed the first half of the 2024 Carib Royale Hula Bowl. It's time to take you behind the scenes of the most unique experience in college football. Let's go. The week starts at the resort where the players get their swag and meet the coaches. The game has over 130 players from all over the world, including Japan, all levels of college football, and over 250 scouts. The Hula Bowl starts as a week-long football camp and ends as a national bowl game. Every single NFL, CFL, and UFL team is represented. Every player's only goal is to impress the scouts during the week. I wanted to know more, so I found David.
Well, hi, I'm David Blackburn. I'm the Director of College Scouting with the Baltimore Ravens.
What do you see in these practices that you can't see on game film?
Anytime that you can see guys competing, you know, it's good for us. I think the All-Star game setting is great, especially for the smaller school guys. You have players that you liked on film, but you just kind of question maybe how that ability holds up against better competition.
A big part of this is them getting to talk to you and getting evaluated by the scouts as far as one-on-one in person. What do you gain in those interviews beyond the obvious?
Well, it's just really the first chance you really get to sit down and get to know these guys in their words, digging a little deeper in who they are, what makes them tick, what are their drivers, successes, failures, their opinions on leadership, and just their overall experiences both as a player and off the field.
We live in such a digital world now. Why is it important to be here in person?
you just love the fact that you can get in front of people, get in front of these players, and I think that's the part we all enjoy as football people, both coaches and scouts, the interaction with all the young players.
What's the #1 intangible you look for in meetings?
Well, I just think as long as everybody is themselves, because I don't know who you are. There's only one of you. So if you can accurately and honestly tell me who you are and what makes you you and who you're going to be when we bring you to Baltimore or whatever team that you may work for, that's what I need to know. I don't need to have any surprises about who you are when you come in, and tying that into your ability as a player to kind of paint the full picture to all the decision makers when we discuss these players during draft meetings.
Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Someone who knows about character is Connie Carberg, the NFL's first female scout who helped the Jets in the 1976 draft.
Most people are looking on flexibility, hips, all those things are basically the same. But there's so many players that make football that don't have the measurables because you can't measure the heart, the importance of football to them, and just how they fit. Why is Puka Nacua, who didn't run as fast as other people, or some, different people, why are they so good when they get there? And there's many different reasons for it. And as I said, you can't always measure what it's going to be.
If a player came up to you and asked for advice this week, just one piece of advice, what would you tell them?
This is your audition. Film doesn't lie. Tape doesn't lie. Go out there and give everything you got. And of course, the interviews are utmost importance as well. That is it. This will be 60 years coming up, going to training camps that I have not missed at the Jets, but I love all football.
Well, football loves you, Connie. Thank you.
Thank you, Smacker.
When we come back, we're going to talk to the players about their week and learn the haka. Welcome back to the 2024 Caribe Royale Hula Bowl halftime show. Now that we've talked to the scouts, let's hear from the players themselves.
John Rice Plumlee, University of Central Florida, quarterback, here with
Smagger Miles.
Smagger Miles.
What is the challenge of having a new set of receivers in your home stadium after a week of practice?
Yeah, so early on, you're just trying to see how guys move around. It's kind of tough to be able to gauge, hey, is this guy faster than this guy? How is this guy going to get in and out of breaks? And so have to pay attention to those little things. And so the more that you get to throw to those guys, so day 2 is better than day 1, and day 3 is better than day 2. And so continually looking to get better so that on Saturday we are clicking on all cylinders.
Cameron Wire, offensive line, Tulane, Green Wave.
What is the challenge of the week as far as learning an install and then going out and performing against new competition?
The challenge just is learning how to manage your time with meeting with coaches and learning about the install and watching film, and just the whole challenge of this week is just managing your time properly.
Clark Barrington, center and guard, Baylor University.
What has your position coach said so far that stands out to you?
I think just some of the new techniques. Emphasis on two-hand punch. I haven't really been taught that my whole career in college, and so that's something new. And just making sure there's power behind that punch, and you land that punch at the right time. So.
This is Elijah Jones, defensive back, Boston College.
What is your take on the Hawaiian flair this week?
I love it. I mean, you hear it behind me. We have a lot of poly football players throughout the country, and you get the chance to see the tribal tattoos and all that stuff, but be able to engulf myself in the culture and in the whole is just great to be part of.
Are you going to master the haka?
Oh, of course. I already got it down pat.
This week we specifically created it to be welcoming, all people of different backgrounds into the Polynesian culture. And one of those things that we're using is the haka. And back in the day, way back in the day, it was used, before we went to war. In this case scenario, this is war. This is football.
Can you teach me really quickly?
Oh, you want to learn a little bit of it?
Yeah.
When I say cow mau, you go he.
Cow mau, he.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right,
that was clearly believable.
Yeah, that was believable. I mean, now you gotta stick out your tongue, though. You gotta be like, you know what I mean? Here's
What's the facial expression it's supposed to be?
So it's supposed to be like this. How do you think cow mau? He. There we go, okay.
Brian Baldinger came to join us from the booth. Let's learn some moves.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's just. Come on.
Thanks for coming behind the scenes and hanging out with us during the 2024 Caribe Royale Hula Bowl halftime show. Enjoy the second half.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Are you counting in for? And welcome back to the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Caribe Royale. Brian Billick and Team Kai leading Mike Smith and Team Aina 17-3. We're back up in the booth. Jamie Say alongside Brian Baldinger. And Baldy, so far, Brian Billick's Team Kai putting some really good tape together.
I think they've done a good job of execution, starting with the quarterbacks. The defense have taken the ball away a couple of times, so they've got a big lead, 17-3. But we've seen a lot of good performances from a wide selection of players. We've kind of ISO'd them. So good tape for some of these guys, good opportunities.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. For Team Kai, there were many, starting with the defensive effort from Brian Billick's squad.
Well, just a simple hitch route on the outside, but you can see the strip right here. All right, the strip and the recovery, so you get the takeaway right there, so you get the ball back to the offense with good field position. That always helps. You know, field goal kicking has been perfect for both sides so far, but that resulted in a field goal off that fumble recovery.
Yeah, so Team Kai takes the 3-0 lead, and then the defensive effort continues right there with the strip.
Well, it's excellent effort right there to stay after it. They get the recovery, stop the drive right there, Hula with the recovery, and then you get Carter Bradley with his touchdown throw to Hayden Hatten in the corner of the end zone. Perfect execution for the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, so Team Kai goes 2 for 2 on converting turnovers into points. Meantime, good run right here from Blake Watson for Team Aina.
I thought the running was really good. This is just a simple draw play. Let the defense kind of expand and then just hand off to them and let them go for all the yards they can get.
So Team Aina gets a field goal out of it. Meantime, Jack Plummer comes in a quarterback for Team Kai.
Well, there's Jaquan Burton, the local kid from Orlando, with the catch, and then Tyrone Tracy here bounces this to the outside and uses speed to get into the end zone for the second touchdown of Team Kai.
So Team Aina has some work to do, trailing by a score of 17-3. Head coach of Team Aina, Mike Smith, is standing by with Smacker Miles. Smacker, go ahead.
Coach, what did you tell your offense about those turnovers in the first half?
Well, we can't have that same result in the second half of the ball game. We've got to take control of the football. If you possess it, you got a chance to win.
How do you control the football and put those points on the board in the second half?
Well, I think we hit a couple of runs, and I think we need to try to run the ball a little bit more and just see if we can get something established, because we haven't been able to do that.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Jamie.
Thank you so much, Smacker. Yeah, Coach Smith talking about the running game and how it has been successful for the guys that have had the opportunity.
Well, I mean, so far the quarterbacks are 3 for 6. So that has to pick up. We saw Ben Bryant right there from Northwestern play. We saw Jason Bean. We saw John Rice Plumlee play. So we've seen 3 of the 4 quarterbacks get some reps. There's Jason Bean right there. He started the game for Team Aina, and looks like since he's thrown up and throwing out right now with the chin strap buckle, we probably will see him to start this third quarter.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that Team Aina did win the coin toss, and they elected to receive. So Team Kai is going to start this on offense. So they've got a chance to run up this score a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's about opportunities here. And so whoever's out there, let's take advantage of those opportunities. So Brian Billick looking on his play chart right there, and you can see that Jack Plummer looks ready to start here, and he will. He'll start this third quarter. He played very well in the first half. Through the touchdown pass, was 6 of 8. In fact, both quarterbacks, Carter Bradley and Jack Plummer, were both 6 of 8, both with touchdown passes.
Yeah, there are 3 quarterbacks on the roster for Team Kai. Davius Richard out of NC Central, North Carolina Central, is the other quarterback. But this is kind of the rotation that Brian Billick goes with. He goes with a hot hand, and then Davius Richard, I'm sure we'll see in this third quarter as Plummer completes his first pass of the second half to Jaquan Burton at the 30-yard line.
Well, they just want to try to get in Jaquan Burton's hands that time and see what he could just pick up. He picked up 4 yards, so good first down throw on the outside. The quarterbacks continue to be hot. And I don't think you can get that smile off Jaquan Burton's face.
I don't think I think you're right, Baldy. I mean, this is a guy that wasn't on the initial roster a week ago. He gets added, and look what he's doing in his hometown.
And he's in hometown hero right here. Played his football. You can see the logo from Florida Atlantic off those mean streets of Boca Raton.
Oh, it's tough down there. It's real tough. It is a handoff to Deshaun Fenwick out of Oregon State. And that's enough for a Team Chi first down.
So 2 plays, a first down. But we've said it from the very beginning that Plummer just looks comfortable. He looks in control.
Actually, they're going to mark him just short, so 3rd and inches here. We were waiting for the chain gang to move, but no, it's 3rd and inches.
Are we going to see a tush push here from Jack Plummer? I mean, that seems to be the popular play in the NFL from the Eagles and other teams.
Yeah, you know, I didn't see any of that being practiced,
No.
but we'll see. They got the tight end in there behind him, Brendan Bates.
Well, Clark Barrington's the center. Fullback. Think he got the push?
Oh, I think he got the push all right. Gets pushed to about the 39-yard line. Brendan Bates out of the University of Kentucky. Christian Boyd on the stop.
One thing Brian Billick told me is that he liked all of his tight ends in this game. You know, whether it was Bates or Rex or Swinson, he thought all of them had a chance. They all had good size. Bates is 6'4", he's 245 pounds. You can see the Kentucky logo right there. The Wildcats.
You know, really interesting story about Brendan Bates. He comes from an athletic family. His mom, his dad, sister, brother all played collegiate sports. But it's his grandfather who's might be most impressive.
Yeah.
Because his granddad played basketball at Kentucky under Adolph Rupp.
Wow.
You know, that's
you know, that's like playing for the king.
Yeah. Yep. Casey Rogers getting in the face of Jack Plummer there. So it's 2nd and 10 for Team Chi. Here's a good look at Brendan Bates.
Yeah.
And he's got great size, 6'5".
Yeah, but you know, he played at Cincinnati Moeller High School, which is a powerhouse in Cincinnati, always has been. So he came up to a good program. Kentucky has turned that program around, turning out a lot of big players. I saw Will Levis start some games for the Tennessee Titans this year, beat the Miami Dolphins on a Monday night.
Low snap, but Plummer able to corral it. Pass complete, and that's Hilaire out of Bowling Green. Sean Preston Jr. on the coverage. And Hilaire is also a late ad, but he looks really comfortable. That's his 2nd catch of this Hula Bowl.
Well, what's been impressive by Plummer here is just basically taking what the defense is giving him. The corners are playing off. He's throwing there to the sideline, just horizontal throws, stick throws. You can see Frank Crum right there, number 70, out of Wyoming. His father played at Wyoming. He's the left tackle out here to start this 3rd quarter.
And he's enormous.
Enormous. And he's 6'8", 215 pounds, put some weight on, but he had good intensity all week.
All right, Plummer on 3rd down, throws complete, and that's enough for the first down and then some. Tyron Dupree on the coverage, but that's Hayden Hatten again who caught that touchdown pass.
Well, watch Crum here. He's protecting the backside of Plummer. And now you get Hayden Hatten, who has a touchdown, bounce off a would-be tackler there from Jaquan Shepard. And then, you know, nice job finishing that run.
Yeah, 27 yards on the pickup from Hayden Hatten. And he's a great story coming out of Idaho, an FCS school. But, you know, it just goes to show the opportunity that this game, the Hula Bowl, provides these
No question.
guys. So 1st and 10 for Team Chi. They're up 17-3. Ball's on the 28 of Aina. And it's a handoff to Tyrone Tracy, who has one of those first half touchdowns. And Tracy's not a big guy, but he muscles his way for extra yardage. Jackson Mitchell with the tackle. But Jack Plummer, his numbers the last 2 years, tremendous. Over 3,000 yards passing at Louisville this year. Year before, he was at Cal.
Well,
3,000-yard season that year.
His coach is Jeff Brom. And Jeff Brom played at Louisville. The Brom brothers, one played in the NFL. Coached at Purdue, coached at Louisville, followed him there. He's a bright offensive mind.
Team Chi 2nd and 5 at the 23. Plummer, and this one just falls incomplete.
Let's take a look at Frank Crum. because he's got enormous size. Okay, like his short set right here. He got into his defender. Pretty good at the line of scrimmage. Anthony Goodlow he's going up against. But, you know, you're 6'8", you're 315 pounds. Your dad played at Wyoming. In fact, his dad played with a former teammate of mine, Jimmy Leopoulos, at Wyoming. And so they can come from anywhere, honestly. Yep. You know, I mean, they've been turning out linebackers at Wyoming into the NFL. A number of good players coming out of that program.
Yeah, you mentioned they can come from anywhere. 2 years ago, Christian Benford out of Villanova was in this game, and now he's got a big game with the Bills tomorrow in the playoffs.
Did he catch this?
I think
he got his hands
did.
Underneath it.
Jaquan Burton says he did, and the referees looks like they concur.
First down. So good job by Burton coming back to the ball, getting his hands underneath. That's a good catch. That ball didn't hit the ground. We don't have replay today, but there's no need for it anyways. Burton with another catch.
Yeah, Jaquan Burton having a heck of a game. You know, he and Jack Plummer seem to be in a rhythm here.
I agree.
It might be the red helmets. You know, Plummer's wearing the red, Burton's wearing the red. Different schools. Jones, the running back out of USC, in the backfield with Plummer. Plummer into the end zone. Incomplete.
Just sailed it. Maybe he might have sailed that on purpose once he saw the bracket coverage. And I think he just wanted to throw that out and go to the next down, throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, smart play. Isaac Rex, the tight end from BYU, was the nearest receiver. Brian Billick enjoying a 17-3 lead, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 15. Brian Billick and the head coach of Team Aina, Mike Smith, are brothers-in-law.
Yeah.
And Billick has the bragging rights, up 2-0 in this series. This is their 3rd meeting here in the Hula Bowl. And Billick has won them both, the 2 previous. It's a run play for Deshaun Fenwick. And that's going to be short of the first down, but not by a lot.
But good push here. You watch Frank Crum at left tackle right here, along with Brian Hudson, the left guard. Good job by the fullback leading up on that play, Brendan Bates. That's how they created that hole. They got good movement at the point of attack over there on the left side.
3rd and short, 3rd and 2, ball at the 7. Team Kai trying to score on its first possession of the second half of the Hula Bowl. Jack Plummer looking to direct his 2nd scoring drive of this game, and he'll keep it himself, and that's plenty of push. They might push him into the end zone.
He lost the ball, though. I think he lost it.
I think he did, too, right as he was nearing the goal line. Jason Johnson might have stripped him of it.
He lost it along the way. Now, who recovered it, it yet to be determined. Pretty good-sized pile there.
There is a pile. And obviously, Team Kai's going to lobby and say they have it. Let's take a look.
It's going to stay with Team Kai.
It's going to stay with Team Kai. So, hey, that's a first down run then if it stays with Team Kai for Jack Plummer.
Although Team Aina has the ball in their hands.
Yeah, so.
All right, so he's getting pushed here. It's a tush push, and ball gets pulled out on the play by Jason Johnson. He strips him. But they're going to give it to him right at the 1 yard line.
Okay, so, and it looks like, okay, no, so now the chain gang has switched it to a first down. So it's 1st and goal from the goal line. Deshaun Fenwick is the running back. He gets the carry, looking for a hole, and he stops short. Big tackle by Jason Johnson out of UCF.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jason Johnson played just on this field. And you watch the play before, the strip fumble. They didn't recover it, but now he keeps Fenwick out of the end zone here. It's a good tackle.
Yeah, he just kept with him right there.
Well, he did. He kept driving the legs and wouldn't let him get set. So that's a loss of 2 yards on that play.
So 2nd and goal from the 3 now for Team Kai.
Jason Johnson was all Big 12 second team.
He plays with a lot of pride. Great academic career at UCF also. Plummer going to throw into the end zone. And a one-handed grab for Team Kai. That's the tight end, Isaac Rex, out of BYU with a touchdown.
That was a one-handed catch. That's a beautiful, I mean, man, like you want to see a replay of this. And somebody please send this to his resume reel.
Yeah, let's see that again.
It looked like the defender off.
Yeah, because the defender was all over him. That was great defense.
He stuck that left paw out. Here's a little switch route against man coverage. And he beat the corner on the play. It's a good call. Good call against man coverage, running a little switch route. And I thought Plummer did a good job of throwing it to the very corner of the end zone.
So Jack Plummer has his first touchdown catch of the game. On for the extra point is Harrison Mevis, who has a field goal in this game. Mevis's boot is up, and it is good. So Team Kai takes a 24-3 advantage in the third quarter of the Hula Bowl. Back after this. Third quarter of the Hula Bowl presented by Caribe Royale Orlando with Team Kai led by head coach Brian Billick on top of Mike Smits. Team Aina 24-3. Jack Plummer putting one in there for the big tight end, Isaac Rexball.
Well, he's in the slot here. They're going to run a little switch route against man coverage, and Plummer's just throwing it to a spot. And he's just trusting that Rex can put that left hand out there and beat the defender. The throw beat the defense. Yeah, BYU, we saw it. I asked Brian Billick if Brian Billick played tight end at BYU. I said, is he as good as you, coach? He goes, yeah, he's way more athletic than me, Baldy.
Love the humility from Coach Billick, for sure. But, you know, he's got to be feeling good. His team performing really well, 24-3. Means that Blake Watson of Team Aina with a big gain there. Team Kai going 12 plays, 75 yards in 12 plays for that touchdown by Isaac Rex.
Well, that Blake Watson, that's his sixth run. In the first half, he had 5 for 62 yards. They ran the ball very well. They had 2 turnovers, which were costly, and they really didn't throw the ball very well. So that's what has to improve, especially down 24-3 in this third quarter.
And also, you know, they had some key penalties, Team Aina did. Team Kai really has not been penalized, but there was a face mask penalty in the second quarter that sent them back. John Rice Plumlee remains in at quarterback for Aina, and not as much running room right there for Watson. Blake Watson, the fifth-year senior from Queens, New York, out of Memphis. But it's third and short, 3rd and 1 ball at the 34. It's a good look at Jack Plummer, who's really played very well.
Well, Clark Phillips is talking to him. He coaches at Westminster College in Pennsylvania. He's been part of this staff now for 3 years.
Plumlee trying to get that first down. Looks like he crosses the line. John Rice Plumlee.
He's 23 years old. He played a couple. He had a great game. His first start in college was against Alabama when he was at Ole Miss. Had a really good game that day.
Yeah, how about that? Your first start is against Alabama.
And how about Nick Saban and the announcement he just made a couple days ago? They caught everybody off guard.
Yeah. You know,
just a giant in the profession.
College football.
We lost.
Oh, yeah. College football is better off for having Nick Saban in the game for that long. John Rice Plumlee able to elude some tackles, gets one off, and it's completed pass. Jay-Sean Jones.
That's way to come back to the football. Good job keeping that play alive.
And that's what John Rice Plumlee does. He's got some great speed, you know, really able to make something happen when a play breaks down.
Well, he showed good quickness to escape, and then his eyes, the big thing was when he escaped, his eyes were down the field to find the receiver.
And this game means a lot to John Rice Plumlee. This is his last game to be played on this football field. He played 2 years at UCF after transferring from Ole Miss, and I can tell you the Knight fans truly embraced him as he goes deep. Does have a man. And Jalen Coker couldn't haul it in. Pass was a little bit short, and there was great coverage on the play, too.
He gave Coker a chance, though, on the back shoulder. He put some air under it. He allowed Coker to adjust. There was good coverage. Had a chance. Get knocked out there by Storm Duck, the corner on the play.
You know, that's the kind of coverage you want to see.
Yeah.
It was a good throw from John Rice Plumlee, being pressured by Judge Culpepper.
Of course, you see the Holy Cross. All schools represented here, all different levels of college football.
Yeah. Coker had a great career at Holy Cross. This is the running back out of TCU, Amani Bailey. But Jalen Coker left Holy Cross after 5 years. It's all-time leading receiver. And perhaps if he had stayed longer, you know, maybe he could have transferred to an FBS school, but instead he decided to take a chance on himself and see if the pros were in his future. That's what he wants.
Oh, this is a good stepping stone right here.
3rd and 4 for Team Aina. He's got some work to do, obviously, in this Hula Bowl.
The protection's been pretty good here for Plumlee.
Plumlee's just been known as a playmaker. When a play breaks down, he can make something happen with his legs.
Oh.
Feeds Amani Bailey, who holds on to it. What a big hit there from Storm Duck.
He timed it perfect.
And it's short of the first down by about a yard.
Yeah. So he tackles the catch, but it's a good job of holding on to the football with that kind of a hit. I mean, the big thing is to just concentrate to bring that in by Amani Bailey, and he did that.
So it's 4th and 1 from Team Aina, trailing 24-3. You're going to go for it.
Yep. Well, Gargiulio's the center. Always starts with the center here, getting the ball up quick, and then just getting low and getting some movement at the point.
Yeah, Gargiulio out of South Carolina. Bailey remains at running back. And a flag on the play. False starts coming up against Team Aina.
Oh, that's costly.
Yeah.
You mentioned the penalties. You go from 3rd and short now to 3rd and 6. That's a costly penalty.
You know, that's one of the difficult things when these teams are brought together just, a couple of days ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, just listening to the cadence. Like, I like to go on a quick count on that. If it's a quarterback sneak, just take the ball, just give Gargiulio like a little nudge and just go. Let those guys push up front.
Offense is going to stay out on the field. Why not? 4th and 6 at the 46. Mike Smith making the call because, you know, his team is down 3 touchdowns.
Giving some final instructions there to Joshua Cephas, who's in the slot.
Cephas, really, really good career out of UTSA. All right, Plumlee.
Here we go.
Gonna elude. He's being chased. Now gets it away, and it's the tight end from Tennessee, Jacob Warren, and that is enough for the first down.
You mentioned the playmaking ability to get out of the pocket, escape the rush that time. That's a good throw away from the coverage to the tight end Warren.
However, there is a flag on the field, so this could be negated here.
Tell you.
The flag was against the defense, and so the play will stand.
Well, they'll decline the penalty. They'll take the first down catch by Warren, who really had, I mean, Storm Duck was all over him. It was good coverage. The throw was away from the corner, like just where you have to throw, like pinpoint throw by Plumlee.
Good for Jacob Warren, who played for his hometown team of Tennessee. He's a Knoxville native, volunteer for 6 years. Plumlee gets rid of it before he's tackled, complete to Holani, who gets down to the 30-yard line.
Well, Plumlee's showing you what he's made of. You know, he's got the big brace there from a former injury, but he's escaped the rush a couple of times now in this drive to keep plays alive. But just to be able to get the ball out of his hands to the back that time, Holani to pick up a couple of yards, actually picked up 7 yards on the play.
George Holani's had a really nice game. He had 5 carries in that first half, some tough runs. He remains in at running back and stands to the right of Plumlee. Holani gets the call, crosses the 30 to the 25, down to the 15. George Holani out of Boise State. Damani Richardson with the tackle. 16-yard gain on the run from Holani.
Good push up front. Good cut. Makes the safety pay right there. Both safeties were back on the play. He got it all the way to the free safety.
So now things are moving for Team Aina behind quarterback John Rice Plumlee.
Well, they're consistently running the ball well at the line of scrimmage, but the passing game has picked up here on this drive.
That time, Holani had nowhere to go, as there's less than 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Hule Motuapuaka
there you go
with the tackle.
Well, Hule was teaching the Haka fire dance all week long, In fact, they did it on the field pregame here. They taught both sides.
And at halftime, I saw you doing the haka dance.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, well, I learned it too. That will get you in the right frame of mind to play football.
Absolutely, especially here in the Hula Bowl. That brings us to the end of the third quarter with Team Kai on top, 24-3. But Aina's threatening. We'll be back after this.
We're back to start the fourth quarter here at the Hula Bowl with Team Kai up 24-3. And I'm looking at this wristband right now. And on the wristband is the play that Team Aina is now going to run. And it's a new technology that is being tried out here at the Hula Bowl. Smacker has more on it down on the field. Smacker, what are we looking at here? What are they doing?
Brian, we are looking at new technology right now on this tablet. It's a third-tier encryption that allows the play to be called from this tablet to the wristband in less than a second. Right now, we're going to have our offensive play caller put the play in, and then I'm going to let Brian read it out in the booth.
Okay. This play that just came in to me is 17 dice left west pencil. It's a bubble screen on the first sound. It's going to be a quick snap here, Smacker. It's instant, and I believe that this is a real future.
Brian, this is the future. Having covered a couple stolen play stories during college football season, I can confirm these coaches and players are excited about the future of play calling and getting away from the traditional wristbands.
Here we go.
Yeah, and John Rice Plumlee has one of those wristbands on there.
And there's...
Man, Holani was greeted and seated right there on the run play. Eli Neal making the big tackle.
Eli Neal's had a lot of great tackles in this game, but this is just a simple draw right here to the Holani. And you can see that Neal just beat the block that time. Good job of just avoiding the block and making, he's had a forced fumble. He's had a fumble recovery. A big day here for Eli Neal.
Yeah, that's a loss of yards. So 3rd and 12 for Team Aina with the ball at the 18-yard line. Aina looking for its first touchdown. Love that technology. We got to talk more about this wristband because it's such a great idea. As Plumlee looks to throw into the end zone, it's low and he just bounces it.
He had his man open there in the end zone.
It was Dylan Leonard, out of Georgia Tech.
It was the right throw.
So this is the best drive Team Aina has had. This is going to be the 14th play of this drive, but the problem is it's 4th and long, 4th and 12.
I would run the same play. I mean, the last play, let's just see what's being called here is that
what's your wristband say?
Jet Cowboy YF. So the Y is in the slot, and then the F is the tight end to the right side. So looking to the inside receivers.
Got him. He's got him. Time.
Got him.
And there it is.
There we go,
Dylan
man.
Leonard with the touchdown catch.
I mean, WestJet Cowboy, it works. He hit the F-back right there, the tight end. Almost the same play as he just missed before, but he hit him right down the seam. That's a great throw by Plumlee.
Baldy, you called it. You said they should just go for the same play.
I played this game a little bit. Here it is, right here. Right down the seam, a little stick, what we call a stick knot, kind of like fake to the outside. And Plumlee put it right on top of the rim. And Leonard went and got it.
6'5" Dylan Leonard going up for that catch. John Rice Plumlee with the touchdown throw, getting handshakes as he comes back to the Team Aina sideline. So that's more like it. As Mike Smith's team gets on the board, gets into the end zone. Ryan Rico on for the extra point now.
That's Ron Turner talking to him, the offensive coordinator. Of course, his brother, the great Norv Turner, both of them coaching the NFL and at college at the highest level.
Check that. This is Alex McNulty Ramagera on the extra point try. What a drive, though, from Team Aina. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. And there is the call. That is good. So good stuff from Team Aina. They're still trail 24-10. We'll be back at the Hula Bowl after this. We are back at the Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale Orlando. Jamie Say and Brian Balding are upstairs in the booth with you, Smacker Miles, Emery Hunt down on the sideline. Let's join Smacker now. She's with a special guest, one of the several scouts in attendance. Smacker?
Hey, Jamie, I have a special guest and a very special scout. She was the first female NFL scout. This is Connie Carberg. Has anyone stood out in practice so far this week?
Oh, quite a few. I mean, I think this is the best group that I've seen here in 3 years. I'm not going to name specific names. I'll end up leaving too many guys out and hurting too many feelings, but there were quite a few guys.
From an intangibles aspect, the players' personalities and leadership skills, how do they stand out on that?
Well, a lot of different things. You know, you're looking, of course, at measurables, which they did, height and weight. Don't know what the speed is all the time, and you can see in practice a little bit, but in the game you're getting to see a little more. Who has the moves? Who has jump cuts? Who does different things? The arms on the quarterbacks, all the different things you can see a lot more in this respect versus as these guys are just getting to know one another, practicing every day in the wonderful Hula Bowl, by the way.
Thanks, Connie. Back to you, Jamie.
Thank you, Smacker. You know, you could sit and talk football with Connie for about an hour.
Well,
I mean,
we got Davius Richard in at quarterback right now at North Carolina Central, a 4-year starter there, Durham, North Carolina. He's looking forward to his opportunity out here today.
Yeah, waited patiently as Jack Plummer helped Team Chi jump out to this 24-10 lead. It's the running back, Austin Jones, with a first down carry for Team Chi. And there's a flag on the play.
Well, I think that was kind of an unnecessary hit right to Austin Jones's head. So I think this is going to be a personal foul. I could hear it up here. Good thing is Austin Jones bounced right up from the hit.
That's the one thing you don't want in an all-star game like this.
Personal foul, number 20. Defense, 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. First down.
Jaquan Shepard out of Maryland.
Well, you can see Shepard, number 20 here, like right to the helmet. Like in a college game, that would be targeting right there, and you would be thrown out of the game. I don't think they're ready to do that here today. But we're trying to take those hits to the head. We're trying to take them out of the sport at every level. And it's a good thing to try to preserve these guys and to keep them as healthy for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's such a great idea. It's important to start the proper tackling techniques in youth football. Austin Jones is still in there, bounces off one pile, crosses the 45, and then stuffed at about the 42-yard line. So good to see Austin Jones remaining in the game after taking that hit.
Well, watch this ability right here. I mean, he gets stoned right here. Okay, runs right there, but his ability to stop, start, and now make that miss, that's a pretty good run by Austin Jones. That's the kind of run that really gets a scout's attention right here, because he's got to like accelerate now, and then the miss. The crossover dribble, making the defender miss on that play was excellent.
Austin Jones is out of one of those historic powerhouses. USC began his career at Stanford, then transferred to USC.
Well, Lincoln Riley's doing a good job there.
Yes, he is. 2nd and 2, ball on the ground, ball still loose, and Team Ina falls on it. Isaiah Stolberg out of South Dakota State falling on the ball, so Team Ina's got a chance to cut further into this Team Chi lead.
Well, I don't think Davius Richard ever got the ball. I think it came up short, or it's kind of hard to tell, but it started right with the snap. He was under center, and then the ball got kicked into the secondary for the recovery.
All right, so Team Ina has life in this 4th quarter of the Hula Bowl. We'll be right back. Everybody having fun at the Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, get ready to break down all the NFL postseason play as your favorite Gridiron crew highlights Wild Card Weekend and make their picks. It's that other pregame show here on CBS Sports Network. And the players on this field at FBC Mortgage Stadium in Orlando, Florida, are hoping to get that opportunity someday. There you see Davius Richard, the quarterback for Team Chi.
Well, I mean, he has a fumbled snap, so what you do is you work on it, and you're playing with a new center, and your first opportunity, and so it's just something that you just have to keep working on. It's getting familiar with the guy. They're playing 3 different centers today. You got to get familiar with it.
Yep, and now we've got a new quarterback in for Team Ina. Spencer Sanders out of Ole Miss, probably better known for his career at Oklahoma State, is in the game.
No doubt.
And his first pass is a completion to Wayne Ruby out of Mount Union. First time we called his name.
Well, Spencer Sanders played a lot of football at Oklahoma State and at Mississippi. I mean, he played over 30 games, 30 starts. And so he's been out there on a lot of Saturdays doing exactly what he's doing right now.
5-yard completion.
From Denton, Texas, Denton Ryan High School, just like we mentioned earlier, teammate of
Amani Bailey.
Amani Bailey, the running back. Yeah.
Baldy, you were talking about like what a powerhouse that school was. But I mean, to have 2 players from the same high school in this game, Jones High School out of Orlando has the same thing going on too.
Good throw.
Sanders lets it fly. Great first down throw.
That's a
from
nice
Spencer
easy.
Sanders.
Jamie, that's a nice easy motion. I mean, that's his first throw across the field. You sometimes measure a quarterback's arm strength by throwing out routes. Like this ball is just a nice, easy release. Like a hit, step, and throw. Nice, smooth spin on it. I mean, that's a great throw right there by Sanders.
Yeah, to the tight end Cam Grandy out of Illinois State. But, you know, Spencer Sanders just been biding his time there on the sideline, and so far he's 2 for 2.
Hey, whenever you get your opportunity, you want to shine, no matter when it is.
Absolutely. And now his high school teammate, Amani Bailey, is in the backfield with him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, what a moment for those two. You know, as they try and continue their football careers. And they give ease to Bailey right up the middle, crosses the 40 to the 35. What a big hole opened up by Team Ina's offensive line.
Just a quick hitter right up the middle here. Good job, I thought, by the center, Duke Clemens that time, getting the initial block. But Bailey just has good vision. And what I like about him is how quickly he hits the hole right here. Good double team at the point. We just call this inside zone. You see the wash right there, 2 double teams right at the point of attack on the defensive tackles. That's pretty good. Pretty good job up front.
Amani Bailey had a tremendous last year at TCU, over 1,200 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns. He gets the call again, this time runs for no gain. Good defense from Brian Billick's team, Kai. You see Sean Ray Trotter right there, number 52, actually.
Wow, Sean Ray Trotter is a Japanese player, literally from Japan. That was a great job coming down from behind. We have 2 players from Japan here today. Sean Ray is one of them. And they're part of the international program trying to get a pipeline of players from foreign countries to the NFL.
Yeah, so if number 52 comes back in as Sanders gets out of there and just throws it away. Good job ducking the sack right there, but that's a great look at Sean Ray Trotter out of Japan.
Well, he played for the Kwansei Gakuin team. He's 6'2", he's 225 or 230 pounds, and this is a big deal for him. Really big deal. To be able to play a game. He played over here in the States and coming in here and playing this game here today, getting to learn like a real American playbook right here, the calls, just building a camaraderie with players like this. Great opportunity. Yeah. The biggest name in the international program is Jordan Mailata, the starting left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a rugby player in Australia, and he has been playing at a Pro Bowl level in Philadelphia the last 4 years.
Eagles have a big game coming up on Monday night also. Flag comes down.
Number 72, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Just one more nugget, though, about Sean Ray Trotter and the quality that he comes over with. He's won the national championship for college football because they do have college football programs over in Japan. They've been playing American football for decades over there, have college programs. His college program, multi-time national champ.
Yeah, there's another, Rentaro Yamada is here today. He's playing for Team Inai on defense.
And the great thing is, like, these guys have great size. We've seen these players come over. Usually it's a wide receiver. This is the first time we've seen
defenders. Yeah,
defenders. Little dump off to Bailey, who makes the catch, then runs into his own man. And
that's Holly. That's Holly Motu Apuaka right there. This is what you want on the screen. Like, you want to be able to feel it, and then you want to be able to turn your hips and flatten like he does. Now, Bailey makes a good catch, but Holly's right there. That's a good play. That screen game belongs to the defensive line.
So that's 4th and very long, 4th and 17. It brings out the punting unit.
That's Holly from a great high school in Oahu, Punahou High School. Turned out so many good players.
This is Ryan Sanborn on the punt. We saw him have a great punt in the first quarter. This one goes to the 10. So Team Kai will take over at the 10-yard line. When we come back, Brian Billick's Team Chi leading Team Aina 24-10. We'll be back after this. Fourth quarter here in the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale. Team Chi leading Team Aina 24-10 after Chi just had a great defensive stop. Let's go down to the sideline with Emery Hunt, who has a special guest.
Here with Mikey Victor of Alabama State. And I say that, Mikey, because when you guys look at Alabama State, it's you this season. It was Keenan Isaac last year. Both y'all like 6'15".
Yeah.
Tell us about the benefit of being such a tall corner out there on the perimeter.
You always get to be able to use your length and, be able to, get balls high. These wide receivers are, they taller. So, now you look at them face to face, eye to eye. It's really playing basketball here. Everything's a jump ball. You got the advantage, being taller.
At 6'3", you're able to get your hands on the receivers right away. Coming up from the SWAC, which has a lot of different passing games and unique schemes, how has that prepared you for this opportunity out here in the Hula Bowl?
Hey, you know what? The SWAC, that's a hungry division. So coming out here and just playing the SWAC, prepares you for a lot. It gets a little grimy, so you're gonna be prepared for any weather out there. So it's pretty good. The grass, gets a little muddy out there. You know how it was this whole week. So the whole conditions and everything, prepares you for, everything.
Well, keep doing your thing, man. We wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Hey, shout out Benedict, another HBCU out here. Hey, let's go. NC Central's out here. Shout out my HBCU brothers.
Great stuff from Mikey Victor. Yeah, he's talking about the historically black colleges and universities. The quarterback in for Team Chi is out of NC Central. Davius Richard, one of those HBCUs. It's great to have these guys here from all sorts of colleges. But
well, Davius is from a great football town in Florida, Belgrade, Florida. So many good players that have gone on to excellent NFL careers out of there.
Absolutely. Richard wants the throw, dumps it down to his running back, Austin Jones, who had a nice run to set up that play.
Yeah.
There's a good look at our HBCU guys, Richard and Victor, who you just heard from.
Well, they're just looking for that next level opportunity. And so the fact that they were able to play, Alabama State, I played with the right tackle when I was with the Indianapolis Colts from Alabama State. They could come from anywhere. In fact, Sterling Sharp's brother, who played at Savannah State, Shannon Sharp, he played in the Hula Bowl back in the late 80s himself.
Shannon Sharp was pretty good.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
In his day.
So was Sterling.
Yes, he was. Very good. Davius Richard on the run. Richard academically, really strong student at NC Central. He was the Eddie Robinson Scholar Athlete of the Year. He received that award. First time in school history a player from its football team won that award.
Well, Eddie Robinson was a great legendary coach at Grambling in Louisiana, Grambling State, and so that's a great honor. I talked to him the other day. He played tennis in high school. He played basketball, played football, and he played all the sports.
Yeah, it's great to see these guys just so well-rounded. We see a lot of multi-sport athletes on both of these teams. Third and long for Team Chi. Richard handed off. Big hole here, crossing the 30 to the 35 is Tyrone Tracy, and he motions for the first down. Lawrence Johnson on the stop, but Tracy's had himself a nice game.
Yes, excellent job, I thought, by the right guard on that play, Mike Edwards, out of Campbell College. Big, huge wingspan on that right guard.
Team Chi just really executing very well today.
All phases, all phases. I mean, they got some turnovers.
Yeah, they had the turnovers early. Kicking game has been strong, but all of these quarterbacks have been able to orchestrate scoring drives. Davius Richard trying to do the same. Richard going deep, but nobody home.
I was just looking at the interior that time. Christian Boyd out of Northern Iowa. He had a good push in the middle. He's a good-looking prospect. In fact, I knew a bunch of scouts this week that were pointing him out. Because he's almost 6'3", he's 330 pounds, and he runs a 4.9 40. I mean, he's one of these guys that honestly, you can see him play. Watch his push right here. Like, he's being double teamed right here, but he's still pushing the pocket back into Davius Richard.
Four receivers in the game, and Tyrone Tracy remains the running back. Richard trying to tuck it and run, eludes one tackler, but can't avoid the rest. Short gain on the play.
I want to see, you're just taking a look here at the interior. Christian Boyd right here, getting off the block and getting over there. Good penetration by Casey Rogers as well. But as many hats as you can get to the football, that's what you're looking for in defense. As we look at that helmet there from University of Northern Iowa.
Yep.
This is a big spot for him coming out of that conference. Of course, the great Kurt Warner was from the University of Northern Iowa.
Yeah, you never know what kind of diamonds you're going to find.
Exactly.
And the Hula Bowl does such a good job of scouting every level of college football. Completion to Hilaire. Jaquan Shepard on the tackle.
I like to see this offense stay out there on the field on this 4th down.
Yeah, it's 4th and 3. I think Brian Billick's going to give you, Baldy, what you want.
Yeah.
You know, I think he wants Davius Richard to get some chance.
He does. He wants to see him get a 1st down. He's maybe going to call it. Are they going to?
They have their full contingent of timeouts if they want to take it.
I guess they're going to punt it.
Okay.
I guess he blew me off here. I don't know, Coach. Give Davius a chance there on 4th down.
Ryan Rico out of BYU on to punt. You know, these coaches are so good with these players throughout the entire week.
Well, they know what it's about. They know that the guys from the smaller school need an opportunity, but everybody's here for a reason. Some of them want to get seen and maybe picked up by the East-West Shrine Bowl that comes up in a few weeks.
Absolutely. All right, there's a timeout on the field. We're going to step aside as well. We'll be right back in the Hula Bowl presented by Caribe Royale.
The Hula Bowl All-Star Game on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Thermopact Mouthguard, the official mouthguard sponsor of the Hula Bowl, helping to protect athletes from collision and heat-related injuries. By Joy Boy, the official shoelace sponsor of the Hula Bowl, empowering love and leadership through inspiring apparel and accessories. And by Real Analytics.
4:41 to go in the 2024 Hula Bowl, presented by Caribe Royale Orlando. Team Aina trying to cut into this deficit. Team Kai on top 24-10. But it's been a fun game so far, and Spencer Sanders comes back to direct traffic for Mike Smith's Team Aina. At stake today is that beautiful championship trophy of the Hula Bowl.
That's a trophy.
Yeah, it's great.
Something to claim.
You know, and Coach Brian Billick has claimed it the last 2 years. Will he keep it?
Does he keep it in his home in Columbus or that lake house up there on the Boundary Water Canoe area of Minnesota? Long throw.
Spencer Sanders completes. Big time reception there and completion. Jalen Coker out of Holy Cross.
That's a great throw. That's a great throw. First of all, nice little stutter and go by Coker on the outside. You can't throw it any better. Hit him in stride right there, dropped it in the bucket, beat good coverage by Reynolds. That's a great route by Coker, and just as good a throw.
47-yard connection between Sanders and Jalen Coker. Talking about the trophy, though, I bet Brian Billick keeps it wherever he knows Mike Smith is going to be, because they are family.
He texts him a picture of it every once in a while, just to rub it in. Of course, it helps when the quarterbacks are playing as well as his quarterbacks are.
Love that throw, though, from Spencer Sanders. Here he is again, looking near side, complete to the tight end, Cam Grandy. Grandy's second catch, and he's driven out of bounds.
You know, Connie Carver talked about it earlier with Smacker down the sideline. This is the best crop of talent that the Hula Bowl's had in a long time. And a big part was they canceled the NFLPA game that they had been playing. So those players are coming here. And so guys like Sanders are playing in this game right now. I can see the talent level here, but just the quarterbacks and how they're throwing it.
And you mentioned it, Baldy, that these guys are hoping to get looks from the other All-Star games that are coming up. So it's really beneficial to this bowl that we play it in mid-January.
And they would all like to get another shot in either the East-West Shrine game or the Senior Bowl.
Sanders dumps it off to Holani, who makes the catch at the 35.
I think all the running backs that we've seen today have shown the ability to catch the ball.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of this for any running back in any kind of all-star game. Can you catch? Because sometimes you don't throw it to running backs in college. It all goes to slot receivers or wide receivers.
Yeah, George Holani, over 750 yards receiving in his college career. Yeah. To go with over 3,500 yards rushing out of Boise State. He's still in the game. The interesting thing about Holani, he grew up in California, went to Boise State basically sight unseen, and absolutely loved it there. Sanders, check out the wheels.
Good decision.
Yeah, Spencer Sanders running for the first down.
No, I mean, he's got a good first step quickness. He feels the escape route and then he tucks it. And then he does a good job of protecting himself.
In Oklahoma State, he ran for over 2,100 yards.
He had a lot of big days. There were a lot of big days in Stillwater. There's that logo on the other side, Ole Miss on one side and Oklahoma State on the other. Looking at Travis Glover, his left tackle on this drive right now out of Georgia State.
There's Sanders, far side, complete. Good move from Jayshon Jones out of Maryland there, and he gets out of bounds, and that's going to move the sticks.
At that time, that throw, he had Solomon Byrd from USC on a spin move right in his face, and he made that throw. It's like you watch on the right side here. Here's Byrd with that spin, and he threw it coming right at him. That's one of those throws that scouts will look at and go, boy, like he doesn't even flinch.
Jayshon Jones just shy of the first down. Sanders on this drive, 4 for 4 passing. So Team Ina 2nd and 1 at the 14. Ina put a touchdown on the board with John Rice Plumlee in the game, and Sanders is going to tuck it and run again. Gets to the 10, the 5. Does he get to the 5? Yes, and he's forced out of bounds there.
Well, it's good because it stops the clock. He gets a first down. They're now first and goal at the 5. It's a good job just stepping up and seeing the opening right here and just taking what the defense gives them. Looking to pick up a block there from Watson.
And I like the little shoulder shimmy from Spencer Sanders.
Well, he's shown some ability to extend plays here. Just using his ability to be able to run.
First and goal from the 5. Can Team Ina cut this to a 1-score game? Sanders is going to try. There's a flag on the play, and just shovel passes it out of bounds as another flag comes into the end zone. There was one in the backfield, one in the end zone. They're going to get Ina probably for a hold.
These might offset.
The one in the end zone came late.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Holding, number 59. Offense, holding, number 12. Defense, those fouls will offset. Replay, first down.
All right, so a couple of holding penalties, and we'll just do it all over. Taking a look at today's officials, William Thomas, Baldy's good friend, John Braun.
He's William Thomas, but I just knew him as Willie T.
Willie T, I love it.
Willie T, yeah.
Jeremiah Harris, Raymond Tate III, Larry Smith, Wayne Johnson, and Chris Loving. Done a good job today.
Yeah.
We're late here in the Hula Bowl. First and goal from the 5. Sanders lots of time and just kind of sidearms it, wants that one back.
Yeah, he had a chance. He had a chance to get that one in there. But the good thing was he had good protection. Had a lot of time to be able to decipher that.
Sanders left Oklahoma State number 2 all time in passing for that. What a great program too.
number 2 to the guy that's going to start for the Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow, Mason Rudolph.
That's going to be a fun one, too. A lot of fun NFL games this weekend, obviously. Sanders looking at the corner. Will he tuck it in, run to the 5? Little dump off. That's a touchdown.
Oh.
No, they're calling it off. They're calling it off. They say he was out of bounds.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Man,
I thought
he had both toes in.
I did too. I mean, it's a nice touch right here. Watson, I can't see the feet. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he just had it on the white line.
Yeah, he's got to kind of know where he positioned himself, but he had that right foot, and that's a good call. Good camera work, too.
Yes, and we are going with NFL rules on
2 feet in.
Yep, 2 feet in.
But that right foot was on the line, so it was pretty easy to make that call.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 5. Man, I thought he had it, but
you saw good playmaking and build by Sanders just to float that one in over the top. Fade route.
There's Sanders into the corner of the end zone. The Holy Cross kid.
Coker did he catch it?
Yes, and that's a touchdown.
Wow. What a play by Coker.
Jalen Coker.
I mean, he stuck that right hand. I think it was a pure one-handed
Ruling on the
catch.
field is a touchdown.
What a throw and a catch. I mean, it's just a fade route to the end zone here. Oh, that's, oh my.
Ooh.
Wow.
You know, there's no review in this.
I don't know, but I mean, regardless, what a catch.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if any of the feet got in bounds, and I think the hand hit out, but regardless.
I think one knee got in bounds, but hey.
That was some kind of play.
They're going to give it to him.
All right.
You know, it's the benefit of not having any replay there. Jalen Coker, out of Holy Cross, 4-time Patriot League champion.
Well, they cut the lead here. If they get the extra point, they're down to just a touchdown difference. But wow, I mean, that's all you want in this kind of a game. This kind of all-star game is to really light up the scouts' eyes with that kind of a play at the back of the end zone. Great catch, and be able to pull that ball in and secure the catch.
Jalen Coker out of Sterling, Virginia, and Holy Cross was on the Walter Payton watch list. Great effort. You know, Spencer Sanders, though, the quarterback, you can't say enough about him on this drive. He goes 5 of 7 for 69 yards on the drive, rushed for 21 yards.
Yeah, extended some plays, created some plays, really showed the ability to keep plays alive.
And for Team Ina, they go 90 yards in 8 plays. That was a heck of a drive. Spencer Sanders on to kick the extra point. And that is good. So Team Ina inches a little bit closer, trailing Team Kai 24-17. Back with the Hula Bowl after this. Welcome back to the 2024 Hula Bowl presented by Carib Royale Orlando. Jamie Say alongside Brian Baldinger and Baldy. Jalen Coker out of Holy Cross making the catch of the game.
Well, it is the catch of the game. Like, he really gets to the ball, one-handed catch, but we have a great look right here of getting his right knee down. One knee equals 2 feet. The knee's down. That's a catch, and he secured the catch. That's just a highlight play right there by Coker. Great throw by Sanders to give him a chance, but then he finished the play.
Meantime, Davius Richards comes back out to lead Team Kai. Deshaun Fenwick on the carry.
So that's a timeout by Mike Smith right there. He wants to try to save as much time on the clock.
Ina first, charge of the half. 30 seconds to length.
And why not? Like, his team has come alive in this second half, scoring 2 touchdowns.
All he wants to do is just get the offense one more chance. He wants that trophy.
He's got unfinished business. He's 0 for 2 against Brian Billick.
Yeah.
You know, and the execution today has been really good.
It's been sharp. I mean, I went out to practice. I know you were out there this week, Jamie, but like Thursday, it was a good week, good day of practice. Yesterday was kind of a walkthrough. Tuesday was an excellent practice, but it's really showing off here in the execution in this game right now. It's being played at a good level.
You know, these two teams, these players, they're just kind of thrown together in a short amount of time. They've got to get it together, but, you know, the football IQ on the field, on the sidelines is just so high.
We mentioned that it's over 300 years of coaching experience between these two staffs, and the assistant coaches get a lot of credit.
Absolutely. And, you know, this has been a low penalty game, too. Yes, Team Aina has had some penalties as Richard gets rid of it.
But this is going to be a penalty right here on Team Kai, or Team and I right here. This is going to be a late hit on Davius Richard.
So that should give Kai the first down there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 96. Defense, 15-yard penalty. First down.
Eric Watts being called for the penalty out of Connecticut.
Well, they ran a twist stunt, and he got a hand to the face. You saw on the play, Christian Boyd was there, but then also Tremont Morris-Brash got the hand to the face. And he gave him a fresh set of downs and a first down.
You know, and that's coming out of a timeout taken by Mike Smith. Obviously, this stops the clock at 2:16. It'll stop again at the 2-minute warning, and Mike Smith has 2 timeouts remaining. Well, yeah, Coach Smith wants to get this ball back, but it's 1st and 10 for Brian Billick's Team Kai. Richardson fakes the handoff.
All right.
Are they going to call that a catch and a fumble?
It's going to be an incomplete.
Yeah, that was Isaac Rex, who had it by the fingertips but couldn't haul it in.
Well, the good thing.
Ruling on the field is a catch.
Wow.
Then a fumble recovered by the offense.
Okay.
Nice call by you, Jamie. You're right on it. Well, that will run the clock down to 2 minutes then.
That is the 2-minute warning. Timeout on the field.
Okay. You know, we've got the benefit of replay up here, Brian. Referees do not. But
in real time.
Yeah, but Team Kai did recover. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in the Hula Bowl, with Team Kai on top, 24-17. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Team Kai as it comes out of this timeout. But you know, this is such a great tradition that just continues here, the Hula Bowl. We've got some terrific Hall of Famers who were celebrated this week, Baldy.
Well, Tony Dungy spoke the other night at the banquet, along with Rob Woodson. They were both there. Dan Marino, say no more. Vince Ferragamo once led the Rams into the Super Bowl out of Nebraska. All these guys can remember their day at the Hula Bowl, getting the invitation. I always wanted to go. Never got the invitation. It's Vince Ferragamo right there, receiving the award from Nick Logan, who's a big sponsor here, and really highly responsible for continuing the Hula Bowl tradition here.
Absolutely, yeah. We got to credit Nick Logan, and also for starting this partnership with Orlando, Florida.
No doubt.
I live here in Central Florida. Really happy to have this game here and on this campus of University of Central Florida.
Well, we saw the head coach, Gus Malzahn. He's here today watching some of his players play their final college game.
Austin Jones on the carry as he did the little stutter step.
Wow.
And
Team
there
Aina
is a timeout on the field.
Second charge
Team
timeout.
Aina calls it second timeout. And that'll stop the clock at 1:54. Team Kai has it 3rd and 1 coming out of this timeout.
Well, these running backs have been impressive today, and Austin Jones is just one of them. He has shown the ability to make people miss. He's very good vision and makes good, quick decisions with the ball.
So with 1:54 to go, his team 3rd and 1. This is a critical play here for Brian Billick. I mean, Mike Smith has one more timeout in his pocket.
And if they get a first down here, I mean,
that should
be able to.
You never know what can happen in the game of football, but
you should be able to take some victory formations.
We'll see if they do a little tush-push here.
There it is.
Richardson keeps. That's well enough for the first down.
Oh, yeah. They'll take their last time out, maybe. Good decision by Davius Richard. He bounced that outside where he was, brought down, but that was good vision by him to be able to pick that up. It doesn't look like.
Yeah, Mike Smith's not going to call the timeout as the clock continues to run, but it's been a really fun game.
I think it's been a good showcase for the quarterbacks, the running backs. All the scouts will go and take a look at the line play, kind of study that a little bit after they watched him in practice. a number of different type of drills.
Richardson remains in the game, and he's going to operate under center. And it is a handoff to Austin Jones from USC. And now Mike Smith will take the timeout. Casey Rogers on the stop for Team Aina.
Aina has called their third and final charge timeout.
So 1 minute and 1 second to go in the fourth quarter. Team Kai has it 2nd and 5.
Yeah, but you look at Mike Smith there, and they did put up 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter. The offense really came alive with Sanders at quarterback. They played 4 different quarterbacks. They played Jason Bean, Ben Bryant, Plumlee threw a touchdown pass, and then Spencer Sanders threw a couple.
And this game could have been different, but Team Kai's defense forced some fumbles in that first quarter, which led to 10 points for Team Kai. Yeah,
it was the turnovers. They took care of the ball in the second half.
Got to be impressed by what John Rice Plumlee did, directing a scoring drive. Same with Sanders, as you mentioned, Baldy, and Jack Plummer, Carter Bradley.
Got to be a little nostalgic right there for John Rice Plumlee to have played his football here on this field and now playing the final game here on this field.
And as you can imagine, such a popular guy around Central Florida as the quarterback of UCF, as Richard just takes a knee. Mike Smith with no timeouts left, so he's going to hear it from his brother-in-law again.
Yes, again. He's going to stick that trophy right in his face.
It's a good little smile from Mike Smith.
It's been a good week. Been a good week. Very few injuries. You look at Ron Turner right there, the offensive coordinator, huddling with his quarterbacks that he worked with this week.
Yeah, it's a nice memento. Ron Turner's had a great career, too.
Sure.
As Richardson takes one more knee, and there's hugs on the field. As the clock ticks down. Big smile there from Brian Billick as he goes out to midfield to ultimately shake the hand of Mike Smith.
Yes.
As Team Kai comes away with a 24-17 victory in the 2024 Hula Bowl.
I mean, these guys just love to coach, though. So, I mean, this is just their passion. I knew Mike Smith when he was the head coach of Atlanta. He was always giving football clinics to the high school coaches in the state of Georgia, and wherever they want him to go. He did that just from pure passion for the sport.
I wonder when they get together, when the families get together, how much football does Brian Billick and Mike Smith talk?
I mean, I think they both enjoy playing some golf.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure.
Or they might talk a little football on the golf course. Maybe some small wagers.
It's great to see them working together in this Hula Bowl, kind of the way they did with the Baltimore Ravens and helped that Baltimore team win a Super Bowl over 20 years ago.
I can bet right now, Jamie, that a good majority of these coaches will all be back here next year enjoying the same week that they had here in Orlando.
And what a great experience for these players. You see Jason Bean there from Kansas, who, Baldy, you said has turned heads.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, his speed. I just saw a highlight of him against Oklahoma where his top speed was 22.5 miles an hour. I mean, just, he's got big-time track speed, but also a football player. So somebody's going to get him. Somebody's either going to draft him or sign him and try to develop him.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Jack Plummer, the quarterback for Team Kai, looked phenomenal, as did Carter Bradley, held his own also. Okay, so standing by with our Emory Hunt is head coach Brian Billick. Emory, take it away.
Coach, from your perspective, how important is it for the coach, the evaluator, are these all-star games?
I think it's huge, particularly for this group of young people. These are guys that are coming from different circumstances that may be in the back end of the draft, undrafted free agents. For them, first, for the entire week, for pro scouts to be able to see them, and now in this game and to be on tape, it's huge for them. And the numbers bear it out. The number of these guys that go on and end up in the NFL in terms of getting a chance, that's all they need. They just want a chance to get on a team, show what they can do, and this game is a big factor for them.
Now, for you, how much is it to go out there as a winner, getting these guys here in a short week and getting this victory?
Well, Coach Smith and I are brother-in-laws, and I tell my team all the time, hey, this is all about you. But if you think I'm going to go home and have to face my wife and tell her I lost to your sister's husband, I ain't doing that. So yeah, winning's pretty good.
Congratulations.
All right, very good.
So the sisters are competitive too.
Yes.
Him and Julie, that is outstanding. So Brian Billick goes 3-0 in the Hula Bowl. Baldy, we got about a minute to go before we wrap it up, but you know, as you look through these players, you know, who are some of the guys that really made an impression on you?
Well, I think you know, when you look at the way Jack Plummer played, I thought Jack Plummer and Spencer Sanders, 2 quarterbacks, really stood out. But then I just think the overall play of the offensive line was much better. We saw good protection all day long. So I think there's some depth there. I think there's some big bodies you can work with. We saw Frank Crum. We kind of isolated him. Doug Nestor. You know, a guy like Travis Glover got a chance to play up in talent from his days at Georgia State. And I thought the running backs were really good. The running backs and the tight ends I thought were good. And so everybody's looking for depth, you know, at the NFL level. And it kind of starts right here.
Absolutely. All right, Team Kai wins 24-17. For Brian Baldinger and our entire crew, I'm Jamie Say. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24 home of CBS Sports. Thank you for watching.